All right, everybody, welcome to Hardly Heroes. We got a good session for you today. How is my favorite cast doing today?
I'm good.
It's Friday, so can't complain about that. I'm going to a wedding on Monday night, so I've got Monday, Tuesday off.
Tuesday?
Excuse me, sir. Can I take a holiday? Yeah, so that's good. So long weekend. Going up to York, Neil, of fame. Remember we spoke about York? Yeah.
Yes. So good that everyone had to leave it and create a New York.
New York, yeah. No one, the bewildering arrogance of Americans that they never questioned. Oh, was there an old York? Was there an original one?
I'm sure there was, but no one needs old York, right?
It's very nice,
York
actually.
in Canada?
It's better than New York.
Yeah, we have York, Ontario.
It's got a wall. You can visit Roman baths under some of the buildings.
Does this mean you have a place called Jersey as well?
Yes.
How's Jersey?
It's an island. It's an island. It's kind of off. Yeah, it's between England and France. It's an island. It was the only part of the United Kingdom that was occupied by the Nazis, actually.
Really?
And if you go there, there's an underground hospital that was... It's kind of half old hospital, half war museum. But like a lot of the resistance hid out in the underground tunnels in the hospital and stuff. It's quite a good day out, if I remember correctly.
Do you also have a Hampshire?
Hang on. Another interesting fact about Jersey is it's one of these places, I think, where you have to be like rich to buy property there. So you have to be able to demonstrate that you're wealthy enough to allow you to buy property there. So it's like full of just rich people.
Oh, this is basically France.
No, there's plenty of poor people in France.
No. I'm saying it's next to France. It's like right next to Normandy.
Yeah. How dare you? That's British soil. Thank you very much. Yeah. What was the other one you said? Hampshire. Is there a Hampshire?
Yeah, do we have a Hampshire?
It's
because we have New Hampshire.
There's got to be I feel that sounds like a place that should exist. Yeah, Hampshire. It's a county. Yeah. Oh, it looks lovely. It's by
it's in Britain. It's lovely.
It's right there. It's in the middle, right at the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching.
There's no original places. I
was watching a documentary of David Attenborough in London, and I didn't know you guys had fucking foxes and shit in London that are just running around.
There's foxes and there's always like once every year there's a story about like somebody's baby who gets snatched by a fox.
Holy shit! Yeah, you guys got foxes. You got hedgehogs.
No, that was a good David Attenborough. That
it was
interesting to see how much life. I mean, I'm not surprised about the hedgehogs and the foxes, but there was like other shit there that you wouldn't have expected.
Putting beavers, parakeets are in there, like just living in fucking trees and shit. You got the pedigree falcons. They're cool.
They're cool. Yeah, there's if you ever come to England, you can go to a place called Warwick, and there's a huge castle there. Like I'm talking, like there's a lot of castles in England, but Warwick Castle is fucking massive.
Yeah.
And they do a birds of prey demonstration there.
Ooh.
And you like sit on this hill and watch them. Two good things. The other good thing I'll tell you about. But you can watch the peregrine falcons go and like catch things, and they are badass. But they've also got a working trebuchet that they fire in Warwick Castle, which is sick.
Yeah, I've never really wanted to like go to London or anything, but watching that documentary and then seeing all the animals and the wildlife, that made me want to go. Of like it's kind of like Robin Hood, of where there's a huge fucking city, but you have like wildlife and shit in it. So yeah, it's sick.
London, I mean, there's a lot of nice parts of green, nice parts of London. It's such a huge, by English standards, it's a massive place.
Yeah.
Like it's as big as New York and LA, maybe not as big, but it's on the same scale of that, which compared to the rest of England means it's huge.
Yeah. Population of London, 9 million for the greater area. Wow. That's huge.
There's only 30-ish million people in Canada, or 40 million, I think now. But yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, the UK population, I think, is close to 70 million now because of all these goddamn immigrants coming over here. No, I'm just joking.
Yes.
I am such an immigrant.
Isn't one of your parents from Ireland and the other's from France?
Yeah. Both, yeah.
You are the problem with your country, Nick.
True. Well, it's been in the news recently that the joint owner of Manchester United, you guys know about Manchester United, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sir Jim Ratcliffe in an interview said that the problem with Britain is that we're being colonized by immigrants, which is just such poor taste of words, given the reason why there are all these immigrants in England in the first place.
Christ.
But he quoted, he was like, in 2020, the population was 58 million, and now it's 70 million. And it's like, no, in 2020, the population was 67 million, and now it's 69 million. So you're completely full of shit.
Very normal.
Yeah.
These people. All right.
All right.
Well, Moon, you had something?
No.
Oh, excellent. Let's do it. The party is coming home to Cauldron. You got some Demon Slayer, henchmen here to help walk you. You got a little wagon to ride in, so you don't have to walk yourselves. The horse gets walked alongside you. It's 2 days to Cauldron. Whatever rations that you've been carrying, I think you go through on this gentle journey back home, because you're not going to keep them around while you're living in town, and they'll go bad eventually.
It's lovely here, Luther. This is lovely.
This is the life, right? Look at us.
Yeah. We should always just pay people to take us to and from so we don't die.
Well, we didn't have any money until recently. Talking about that, what do you plan to do with those gems? We keeping them, or are you gonna give some of them away?
Oh, I gotta give them to my lord.
Really? How much are you giving away?
Let's give him half. 40.
What are you gonna say you got it?
I'm gonna tell him I stole it.
You are? What about the armor?
Well, I'm gonna tell him I won that in a duel.
In a duel, okay.
Yeah.
You sure you've got the story straight? You don't need to run it past me?
Oh no, I got it golden.
Okay. I trust you.
Oh yeah.
And we're giving that to Twin Tower? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna present it to him.
I'll
that he's
show
doing
you.
better.
I've got a nice white leather case that I'll drop 4 gold on, Neil.
Perfect.
Or 5 gold on. And yeah.
Nice. Can I inspect the armor, Neil, just to determine the quality of the embroidery and the sort of the job to kind of disguise its origin?
Yeah. It's a nice. Well, I don't know how well you're gonna disguise its origin, because I don't know how much the origin is apparent from it.
I guess what I'm asking is try and determine that if I was a goon of the Lord Sage dude, how hard it would be for me to determine that that's his armor.
If you were familiar with this armor, you would probably recognize it pretty quickly. It's one of those things.
At a glance or upon inspection?
I think if you were casually looking around and you just saw it off to the side, you might be like, huh? Oh, that kind of looks like, and then you might come up a little bit closer, and after you pay attention for a moment, you'd have that sort of that couldn't be his armor out here, but it has that similar vibe. If you see, I don't know, you recognize
this
a person.
would be incredibly rare, I would assume.
So let's
first off,
say,
how many goons did he have, and are they even in Cauldron? But
no, but let's say
unique. They're not mass produced. This isn't Amazon.
If he
crap.
suspected that it was Pigeon that stole it, and he sent someone to Cauldron to look for us,
yes,
they'd probably work it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well,
Okay. Well,
But
what are you gonna? Hey,
you've made your bed.
what are you gonna do?
I'll make a promise to you. If you're gonna get executed, I'll make sure you get a boiling. At least that way you can go out with a bang.
Fun. You come on into town.
But if I stole it, why wouldn't I use it?
True. Checkmate.
You come into town. Your minions, shake hands with you, go their separate ways. It's later in the afternoon, really approaching evening now because we're only
How
in
many
spring.
minions?
Just 5, right?
I can't remember what I said.
If it's 5, I give him each a gold.
5 it is.
You should treat these people well.
They'll take
Lord
the
Pigeon
tip.
here.
They'll hit up one of the inns in the area, and then they'll head back the next day.
I tell them
after
about the card game.
the gaming hall.
So if they want to hit the card game,
Oh, we have the best card game in
Oh
the
yeah, maybe they want to stay over.
Aragon.
Maybe they want to stay for the night and play some cards.
Yeah.
Also,
Hmm.
Pigeon, what was the name of your friend in the Demon Hunters? Do you remember? I can't remember his
Tom.
name.
it was something innocuous. Phil,
You,
Tom.
you might want to say hi to him. Although I don't know if that we've
I
got.
don't remember his name.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're back in Cauldron, you're going to find that Lord Shacklebrook and the whole court is gone. They are in Shirebrook for the big ball, the big party that's being thrown by Divin Armstrong in Shirebrook.
Oh, they're gone. Okay.
Yes.
Well-
The only people who are left in the keep that you really care about are going to be Joyce Sunderland, who's the gatekeeper. She doesn't get to travel. She watches the fucking fortress. And Basil is gone. Wolfston is gone. Annabelle
Is there a
Redshield
doctor here?
Yeah, Annabelle Redshield stay behind. She doesn't need to go to Shirebrook
good.
for a party. She's a medic. And Sybil the cupbearer is gone. So it's really just Annabelle and Sunderland who are sticking around. And
Let's get
okay.
healing and skip
Some
till they come
guards.
back, yeah?
Well, I want to have a little chat with Sunderland. So I think we go straight to the keep, Neil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get dropped
as I
off
get
near
up-
the keep and make your way. Dun-dun-dun-dun,
As I get up to the keep and I say to Joyce, it's quiet around here. Where is everyone?
She sees you at the gate. She opens it and says, everyone's off at Divin Armstrong's
Oh,
celebration.
right. Yeah, the
You've
party.
missed it.
Damn. I hope to get back in time. Never mind.
I got a gift for Twin Tower. Can I go put it in his room?
No, absolutely not.
But it's magic, Grace.
I'm sure it is, but we don't just barge into people's rooms and leave things there. It's unbecoming.
I know.
Well, we need to see Annabelle Redshield. We're still wounded from the road, but I was going to ask you, has the town been quiet? Has there been any crimes that we need to see to?
There's always crimes.
Anything that we needs my attention?
She shrugs. We told everyone that came to the gate to wait until you returned back and find you then. Couple of
Fair enough.
fights, couple of people gone missing, couple of land disputes, the usual things.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, may we answer so I can go and see the medic?
Of course.
Thank you, Sunderland. Cal Sunderland, sorry. All right, we trot on in.
You trot on in, and you can go to... What's your default? Do you go to Annabelle Redshield's room, or do you go to, the infirmary, where she mostly
I like
spends
the
her time?
infirmary.
Yeah, the infirmary, I think.
Hey, Luther, I'm gonna go to Twin Tower's room. I gotta put his ring back.
I say this
Sure.
obviously away from the lady,
course, yeah.
Red Shield or whatever.
Yeah. Neil, do I ride my horse through the gate, or is there a stable? There's a stable once I'm through the gate, is there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'll do that then.
You stable it there. You can head off to his bedroom, which is locked, so I don't know how you would get
I
in.
unlock it.
My God. Okay. You just
You've
let
unlocked it
yourself
before,
into
right?
the room.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And you can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna go to his secret spot. I'm gonna put the ring back. Do I notice any differences?
Ooh, give me an intelligence check. Can you remember what it looked like before?
Natural 1.
Oh, man. It's probably the same.
Okay.
There was so much happening that day. The blood, the viscera, the killings, the murders. You've kind of forgotten what it looked like in here.
Okay. I put the ring in there,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and I will put the. I'll keep the armor with me. I'll close this door. I'll relock it.
Right. The armor's in a big bundle, right? Because it's big, it's bulky.
Yeah.
If you're not wearing it, it's a lot. It's not quite a sack over your bag. It's more.
Well, fuck it then. I'll put it on his bed.
Sure.
I don't care that he knows I went into his room. Fuck him. I put
You're
it on his
giving him
bed.
a
He's
gift. What is he gonna
I'm giving
do?
him magic items.
Mhm.
Can I I don't have anything to write really. All right, fuck it. I leave it there. Leave it on his bed. Lock the door.
Mm-hmm.
I will go to our Lord's room.
It's
I will check
also
the door for
locked.
Traps.
Give me a roll.
29.
Yes.
Do you know,
you're going to
as you're doing
notice-
this, I just want to say what we should do as an escape plan here, using your jewelry making and my appraisal, and maybe even somebody with forgery, we should make fake sapphires in a bag.
Ooh.
And then if we ever need to escape, we just replace them.
That's a good idea.
Because that might take him some time to work out that they've been replaced, right?
Yeah. Very good
Yeah.
idea.
Sorry, go on.
you're going to notice that there have been a couple of of Lord Shacklebrook's hairs that have been placed gently in the door frame. So if the door is opened, they will fall to the ground unnoticed. But if you know what to look for, you'll realize that they have been moved.
Can I put them back perfectly if I'd like?
I will make a die roll to see how perfect it goes, and you're going to think you did a good job.
Good, I do it.
All right.
I open the door.
You unlock the door. Slip on in.
I close it.
Mm-hmm.
I hold onto the hairs. I put them in a spot that I'm going to remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go and I'm going to search where the wizard books are.
Mm.
And I'll also check for hairs now and stuff like that. So 36.
You don't find any other hairs anywhere.
Okay,
You do find his books. He did not take them with
Both
him.
there.
Yes, he left them behind when he traveled.
I'm going to open his wizard book.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just look around. Are there any notes or anything inside? Like any loose pieces of paper or anything in there?
No, he's got notebooks and other scraps in the desk that you saw earlier. But his wizarding, his spell book is clean, meticulous, well tidied. No scraps lying around. No notes in the margins.
Okay, I'm gonna spend some time. And is there anything else in that place, or just 2 spell books?
There's a pair of spell books, and that's it.
Okay, I will.
One of them is Cylinder's spellbook, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Put them back in. I close it up.
Is it?
I had assumed it was before.
No, because I think you saw this before you gave him Celinda's spellbook.
It was after. Because we were already back from the whole death thing. His friend was assassinated afterwards, which is when we went and checked.
Yeah, but okay, maybe I'm. Oh no. Let's see if I have notes on this, because I thought that you came back and then you went to see him the next day and then you found him like this and then you're like told him about the demon and everything. I thought those were like parallel events and that this was a separate spell book.
Thought we were back.
It was like the day after we got back, I'm pretty sure.
It is 2 spell books. It is his personal spell book and Celinda's spell book that are tucked in this spot, which I believe was in his bed, like built into as a secret compartment in the bed frame.
I close it, and I'm going to go, because I'm curious, I'm going to go check his little sapphire spot.
Yeah, you can reopen it. You've got time. No one's coming after you. The keep is practically empty. You could loot everything in here. You will find that the sapphire count is 1 fewer than it was before.
Damn.
It is now 11 instead of 12.
Can I inspect these sapphires? Are they the same one that I just sold for 4,500? Do they look to be the same?
You don't have an appraisal skill, do you?
No, I got a jewelry making.
Yeah, they're about the same. I mean, no 2 gems are identical, but yeah, about roughly the same size. And if they're roughly the same size, then they're roughly the same value.
Roughly the same price. Okay, cool. So now I think that these are each 5,000 gold each.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
It's 50k still. I mean, that's a lot of gold.
Oh, yeah. All right, I will close it back up.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I think I found everything before, but I'm gonna just give the room a... I'm a curious guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend the next hour searching this room. No one's gonna come. Everybody's gone. It's literally just Red Shield and the guard at the gate who can't come inside.
A couple of watchmen on the walls, and they'll rotate. So there's like maybe 2 other people in the keep. The cook didn't go. There's a little bit of household staff around, but it's half the size.
I'm gonna spend hours in here then. I'm gonna relock the door.
Mm-hmm.
I know that no one's coming into his room because he put the hairs there. So I'm gonna spend hours in this room, and I'm gonna search it and make sure that there isn't anything else hidden in here.
Luther starts to get a bit nervous after Pigeon's been gone for like 2 hours.
Why don't we come back to this pigeon? Let me ruminate on it while we do the other side of things.
100%.
You find Annabelle Redshield. She's in the infirmary. She is sort of sweeping up the area. tidying up, doing sort of housework and maintenance chores. And immediately you will notice that while her like sleeves are rolled up, she has bandages wrapped around her right arm from like bicep to forearm.
Okay. I walk in. Annabelle, good
She
to see you
sort of
again.
Looks up. Mr. Luther, it's good to see you.
Oh,
You're
what
back.
happened to your arm?
It's a frightful story. I was delivering a child in town a few nights ago, and on my way back after the delivery, I was set upon by some wolves. They ripped into my arm a little bit before.
Wolves in the town?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is not bode well. I shouldn't have been gone for so long. I'm sorry this has happened. Do you know where they came from? Which direction?
I was walking towards the keep from the east road, so I guess they came from the east.
Were they, given recent happenings, did they just seem like normal wolves?
Well, they were
no
mean and
offense,
vicious
I'm-
and large in town, but I was able to drive them off myself, so they couldn't have been, that's scary.
How did you... No offense. I never took you for much of a fighter.
Well, there was in the town, there was a nearby, a pitchfork leaning against someone's house. I just grabbed it and whapped him with it a couple of times, and they moved on.
You're lucky you escaped with your life. How many did you say there were?
There were 3. I mean, I was shouting, and other people in town started to show up. The doors opened when I was yelling. I wasn't completely alone in an abandoned place fighting off a pack of wolves who were trying to rip me to shreds, but they were in town, and they did get me a little.
Well, I'm so sorry to hear that this has happened to you, but I am grateful that you've made it out the other side. Not least because I myself am in need of your services. I'm feeling a lot better than the last time I saw you, but still quite gravely wounded.
There have been, now that we're talking about it, she says as she comes over and pats the table for you to sit down upon. Now that we're talking about it, since you've been gone, there have been quite a few wolves spotted in town. I wasn't the only person in the past month to have been bit by them or scratched by them.
I've been
treating a lot
traveling
of
quite
injuries.
comfortably the last few days, so I think I can justify staying up for a few nights and making sure the streets remain safe. I'll see to a few of these wolves myself. Surely, if I cull a few of their number, they'll learn their lesson.
Let's hope so. The knights here, she says, being a little delicate, have been very concerned about Lord Shacklebrook and potential assassins or murderers. And to that extent, they've been manning the castle as wolves have been seen in town, thinking it might be a ploy or a distraction to disarm the keep and get him alone or in a weakened position. So they've been leaving the wolves they've been leaving the town to defend itself.
Cal Sunderland mentioned a few people had gone missing. Do you know anything about that? Have people been carried off by these things?
I don't think so. I mean, perhaps. People... You know how it is. You've been sheriff here for some time. Folks have an argument with a child or a loved one. They go away, go stay with a friend. Someone gets worried, says my person's missing. Person shows up the next day. They never come back around to say, oh, never mind, they showed up the next day. And this, out of character, is something that you've dealt with as sheriff. We've skipped over a long period of time.
Okay.
And we've skipped over a lot of crimes, but 95% of missing people's reports are just someone didn't come home when you thought they would, and someone freaks out and oh my god, my girl, my daughter, she's gone. But no, she was just having sex with her boyfriend, or the wife went to go stay with her sister because of a fight.
Let's hope that that's all it is. I shall check in. If you get any more people who've been attacked by wolves, or if you see any patients that you've been treating again, tell them to pay me a visit at the sheriff's office. I'd like to speak to them.
I will.
I was attacked by bandits on the road. In fact, I was just starting to feel better, and then I was almost killed by these cowards on horseback with bows. Can't fight fair. But I show her like a few arrow wounds in my back and side, I imagine.
She sighs, starts, has you lay down on the table and take off your shirt, and squeezes some like painful ointment into your back, and throws a poultice over it, wraps a big bandage around your body.
And Lord Shacklebrook, how's his mental state been since we left? I know he snapped at you the day I left. Hopefully he's been doing better. I mean, I'm not surprised he's feeling a bit messed up in the head after what he went through.
Oh, it's been a month and 3 days, a month and 2 days, because today's the 18th of May in the evening.
Damn, we were gone for a month?
Mm-hmm.
It's a long journey, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have to do finances after this. How's his mental state? It's somewhat better. The sightings of wolves have been not great. There's been a lot of talk about the werewolves and what could it have been that ripped him apart. Mr. Basket, that is. We've heard a little bit more about his Lord Shacklebrook's affairs with Tristram.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if you would have heard, but I learned some things on the road when we were traveling north of town when we first left. Seems some people that were traveling in the early hours that morning saw what seemed like a giant spider climbing up the side of the keep.
Oh, God.
To me, that speaks of a wizard more than anything else. Still doesn't make sense that whatever it was would go to that effort just to kill Shacklebrook's friend rather than him himself.
Well, I've been wondering if there's more to Tristram Basket than meets the eye. Perhaps the young man has some sort of darker past, and it's nothing to do with Lord Shacklebrook at all.
I suppose that could be true. What do you know of his past?
Surprisingly little. This is why I say we've heard a little bit more about him, because some people have been asking the occasional question, trying to get at what this could be, who he could be. Let's see.
He's from High Castle, that's all I knew.
He is from High Castle, and his family has a claim to fame that one of their bastard offspring, a half-elf who was naturalized, served as the gatekeeper in High Castle for 40 years. But outside of that, not much else, apparently. Just one gatekeeper, half-elf, bastard child. And then he came down south here maybe a year ago. He's only been in the employ of Lord Shacklebrook since, I think, September or October of last year, which is really, May now? That's 7 months? Not a long
Perhaps
time.
his family didn't approve of his proclivities.
He shrugs. Maybe. I don't see why, but it seems like an awful lot of effort to murder a son who's left home.
I don't mean that. I'm saying that maybe that's why he left High Castle.
Oh.
No, I'm not suggesting his family would have murdered him for being gay. Surely that's beyond the pale.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a confounding event. I mean, I racked my brain of it for day and night, and I couldn't think of a reason as to explain everything that happened. But at least
I think it is.
Go on.
Well, I don't truly think, but it makes for interesting conversation. Lord Shacklebrook is obligated to marry a woman so that he can carry on the Shacklebrook name. He can't have children with men. And yet, here he has taken a lover in secret, preventing him from carrying on his family name, preventing him from finding a spouse or an heir, someone to carry on the legacy. It could be that Shacklebrook's own father or family members may have gone to some effort to get rid of Mr. Basket, only to accidentally employ someone who took it too far. they say Shirebrook, they say Stromheim is a messy place these days. It's
Well, that's
possible that the real Lord Shacklebrook, the senior Lord Shacklebrook, hired some band or some gang or some thieves or something to get rid of Tristram Bacchusskit. And they
I don't know.
mistook
Surely,
it for something. You know how men and thieves in the city can be quite dangerous.
oh, of course, but surely Lord Shacklebrook Jr. wouldn't be the first married lord to enjoy the company of men on the side. I don't see why his endeavors with Tristram should get in the way of him finding a wife.
I completely agree with you, but there is no reason for this young man to have been ripped apart. I think we're all searching, grasping at straws here.
Well, I don't know the man personally, but from what I've heard, Senior Shacklebrook is a nice chap who's interested in the betterment of the world, and so I wouldn't expect him to do such a thing, but perhaps it could have happened, I suppose.
Are you familiar with the Senior Shacklebrook?
A good friend of mine, who I recently caught up with, is close with him.
Well, I doubt
Why?
I'll ever have the opportunity to meet the tree where our apple falls from, but I must say I am somewhat curious. Now that I'm back in she sort of points to the castle around you, no longer on the road, I am curious as to how our young lordling came to be.
Surely, greater Lord Shacklebrook will deign to visit us one day.
Well, I'm just a nurse these days. I don't know if I rise to the level of being introduced to his lordship.
I'd say that your star rises higher by the day. Surely you are far more noble today than you were a year ago, working for that woman in the circus.
Sure, but that's a very low hurdle, isn't it? I don't think the senior Lord Shacklebrook would care to sup or converse with someone who she pulls out a little bit of arrow that's been broken off in your back and sets it on the table next to you. Prefer to talk with a butcher like me.
Well, don't sell yourself short. And I mean this in the nicest possible way. There's not as far as noble wives go in the south, there's not too much choice for our lord. I mean, Lady Tulwick doesn't seem the type to be interested in marriage.
She looks at you quizzically. What are you saying? You're certainly not saying what I think you're saying.
I'm just stating a matter of fact. I'm not suggesting anything. Remind
How's
me.
Pigeon? Is he okay? Does he need tending to?
Yeah, I think so. He said he had to see a man about a dog in town, so I'm sure he'll be around here at some point. But he was wounded as well, not by the same bandits that saw me off.
I should be calling him Cooper, shouldn't I?
Coop is the name he goes by. Pigeon Coop. It's a little joke. Makes me laugh at least. But to hear him tell of it, he was burned by Illumis herself, so I'm not sure what the true story is, but that's what he told me.
Oh.
When the bandits attacked, they chased me on horseback and he fled into the hills north of Stromheim. Who knows what happened in there? At least he came back alive. But if that...
Didn't
go on.
someone say something about an Illumis cultist in Tassel as well?
Yeah, that's right. They've built a little house there. Very nice lady, actually. Let me see if I can remember her name. No, I don't think I do. Do I? Neil, do I remember her name?
Intelligence check when you've got notes.
The Lantern Holders is their name. I don't recall the lady's name that leads them, but they seemed nice enough, if not a little bit kooky. They only worship Illumis and think the other gods are a trivial matter. I'm not sure what to make of that. But I'm not sure if that's what Pigeon ran into in the hills. These people in Tassel did say that they were just part of a larger organization, so perhaps he ran into some of their followers. But They seem nice enough. I don't see why they would have come to blows.
Well, cultists
shrug.
here, cultists there, cultists everywhere. I mean, even the goddess Madrigal left our skies a decade ago for an unknown period of time.
I'm sure she had a good reason.
I'm sure. But the longer I live in this world and the more arrows I stitch up, or arrow wounds I stitch up, and wolf claws I bind, the more I find my faith lies with each other. I don't think the gods quite care for us at all. Not in the ways that the stories I was raised upon would seem to say.
I think maybe Eridon had the favor of the gods in decades past, but it seems that their light shines on other places now.
Certainly doesn't shine on us. Else, why would poor Tristram be the way he is? Why would poor Sybil be here in this keep? Not that she's got a bad life, but her story's quite a tragic one. And
Indeed.
the more
werewolves, yeah.
the more villagers I interact with and patch up, the more stillborn babies I deliver, the more I wonder why they've turned their backs upon us, why they've ripped Arcadia to shreds and let dragons run over the land and allow demons to hack people to bits and permit werewolves to exist even.
I put a hand on her shoulder and say, all we can do is try to regain their favor.
Don't listen to me. These are just the ramblings of a woman who spends too much time dealing with the blood of the innocents. Not enough time living.
Well, if anyone in this keep has Martha's favor, it would be you. So I would take comfort in that if I were you. You seem to have lived a good life. You help people. You're conscientious and kind.
That's very sweet.
You're welcome. Well, if that's everything, I'm going to try and see about these wolves and see if there's anything waiting for me back at the sheriff's office. But do say hi to Pigeon to me when you see him.
Will do.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
I leave. As I leave, Neil, I am very suspicious that she could fight off 3 wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very suspicious. She doesn't have any weapons around. Like, she's given us no indication that she can fight at all, right? I mean, my understanding is that she's a zeroth level NPC that would die to 3 wolves guaranteed in 1 round. Yeah? I mean, is there any reason why I wouldn't believe that?
I mean, if they were 3 wolves that were dedicated to attacking her, wolves that roll at +2, +1, +2, they got a better than 50% chance of hitting her. She's got probably D8
3 attacks
HP.
per round?
They don't get 3 attacks per round. They get 1 attack
Do
per
they not?
round.
Okay.
Yeah. Like 1 person can easily be killed by a wolf pack if the goal of the wolves is just to rip you to shreds. I don't know if I just did a bad job explaining it or if it's valid to have questions here. If you have questions, that's you know what? Have questions.
Luther doesn't know that her namesake is a vampire, but I'm just saying that might explain how she managed to fight off 3 wolves. That's all. But I don't know that. So
I do think this motherfucker is a vampire, though. And
She
I want
might
to test
be.
it in the future. I don't remember why I started thinking this. Yeah.
we've seen her. It's a weird thing to ask because we don't know that she would be a vampire, but we've seen her in sunlight, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. Because she was always in that tent, right?
I don't think we have, man. I think we've only conversed with her either inside here or at night.
You know what? Then yeah, you're not sure.
Sure. Well, I don't actually ask that. I don't actually think that because I don't have any reason to think that she would be a vampire.
See, this is an
obviously.
interesting thing because if you have the suspicion that a character in town or something is a vampire, I want to feed that. But I think the only reason you have that suspicion is because she shares a name, like someone else in her family line was a vampire at some point, and these characters don't know anything about that, but the players know. So like, I want to feed this, but I also want to, not. I want to feed the characters, not the players. If this makes sense.
Well, I think if Luther thinks there might be more to her than here, because that doesn't make sense. Like, I was thinking that I might go into the woods and try and deal with these wolves, and then my thought was, actually, that's probably pretty dangerous to go on my own and fight a pack of wolves could probably die.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a level like 7/4 character, so how did she survive that? But anyway, I take my horse and do I leave my horse here or do I have my own stable?
It goes to your sheriff house.
Okay, I pick up my horse and I feed him, make sure he gets the good oats in the keep stable, and then we go back to the sheriff's office. And I will. I've probably got a little sign on the door that's like "Sheriff out of town." I turn that back round. Sheriff open for business, and I go in. I take out my bottle of.
But before you go in, as you're reaching the door, you'll notice that it's got to be a week or so ago now. Someone threw a bunch of eggs on the sheriff's station walls, and they've just sort of like sat there, cracked, rotten. Too. Yeah, it's been a week or so.
Fucking bastards.
Some of the smell's gone away, but like it is rotten eggs that have been baking in the spring sun on your walls.
I'm furious.
In my opinion, that's a boiling because you
can't. There should be a boiling, but I'm furious because as Luther is trotting along the street towards the sheriff office, his mind has turned to his desk and the bottom right drawer where there is a 3/4 full bottle of like whiskey, and he fully intends to kick back on his chair. You know, like when you lean back on a chair, right, and you're in that sweet spot of like, is it gonna fall? But your feet up on the desk, you're drinking your whiskey. That's what he was dreaming of. Yeah, but now he's confronted by the smell of slightly rotten eggs, disgusting face. Part of him thinks like, oh fuck it, but it's not the right thing to do. I need to do something. I need to save face. So I tie my horse up. I take out my sword and describe to me, if I'm standing at the front door of my office, like what buildings do I see? Is there a square where there's a bunch of kids like hanging around doing nothing?
You look in the mirror. You're the square.
You look in the mirror and you don't see anyone. You're the vampire.
Wait, I'm the vampire. Oh no.
It's nighttime now, so the square is empty. It's quiet. It was dusk. It was getting on towards dusk when you arrived at the keep, but then you spent some time there getting patched up and talking and doing things. And so it's nighttime now. And you make your way home. There's not but crickets outside. Maybe someone, off in the distance. But yeah, across from you is a major street, and there's a little square down the way.
Never mind then. If it's nighttime, I'm gonna deal with it tomorrow. I tie the horse up in the stable. I go into the office. I get my bottle of whiskey. I leave, and I go back to my house, and I'm gonna sell him for the night.
Meanwhile,
see what Pigeon gets up to.
Pigeon. It is worth noting that it's evening. At some point, you'll probably want to leave the keep, but if you want to stay here all night looking through his stuff, I'm not going to stop you. Joyce Sunderland is the gatekeeper. She is, generally keeps track of who comes and goes. She's going to be on the fucking
gate. I mean,
she can't stay awake 24/7 though, right?
That's right.
So maybe you don't care.
I don't give a shit. I want to find what's in here.
Where's her room? Right, make sure that her room isn't nearby. Sorry, Neil, I've just thought as well, actually, I might, once the sun starts, I will do a couple of patrols around the town with my sword looking for wolves.
Sword in one hand, bottle of whiskey in the other. Where's those damn wolves?
Yeah, and then I'll go to bed after I've done a couple of rounds.
Okay. Pigeon. You said you really want to search this place for anything.
Yeah, I want to search it so good that I know exactly what my lord has in his room.
Yeah, because no one's coming here tonight. You could spend all night searching this place.
And I probably will.
Oh, mate, you should sleep in his bed.
That's what I was about to say. I'm probably going to fall asleep in his bed. This is probably the nicest bed I've ever seen, I would assume.
Oh, 100%.
Falling asleep in his bed is if you were to get caught, which you probably won't. But if you were to get caught sleeping in his lordship's bed, that's a boiling.
That's for sure a
boiling. I mean, probably sneaking around his room is also a boiling. So, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Fuck it. I'm already, I'm probably going to sleep in his bed tonight. I'll let you know when we get there, but yeah, we'll see.
Okay. I have some
I just had a thought, though.
Here, yeah.
Kel Sunderland isn't getting a lot of visitors today. She know you came in and never left.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see
Let her know.
Letters from the father, from Tolwick. We've talked about all of this before. We've talked about this before. Did we talk about... No, we talked... Yeah, we talked about that. The hidden compartments, the spell book, the letters, the money. I have some perception checks that you... I have some DCs, and I think you passed all of these before.
Probably.
Yeah. I think you scour the area looking for new secret compartments, and you find nothing. Nothing in the rugs, nothing in the wooden frames, nothing behind wardrobes, nothing in the ground, nothing in the ceiling that you can reach, nothing in the walls. You can even lower one of the chandeliers here, has like candles on it that gets lowered and then they get lit and then it gets pulled back up again. You can even lower the chandelier while no one's around and look through that, lift up candles to see if there's a little compartment under each candle. You find nothing in there. The candelabras are the same way. The doors... Can
I put something under the candles if I wanted them? Like if I wanted to hide something now.
Maybe. Like the candles are supposed to sit all the way down. And so if you were to put something down, it would make a candle sit a little bit higher, but candles burn and they never burn equally. So you could probably hide something underneath the candle as long as it's smaller than the candle's base. You might have to clear out some wax in there with a knife, but you have knives and thieves' picks. So yeah, you could totally hide something underneath a candle.
Okay. I don't, but
you'd have to be small.
Know I could.
Yeah.
Like a gem.
Yeah, like a gem. The door to the balcony is locked as well.
There's no like hidden way in or out, correct?
As far as you know.
Okay.
Front door, balcony door. That's it. I think I did mention that there is a place where he poops, and the poop slides down the castle walls. It's a little overhang. So I guess maybe you could climb up the poop chute.
Interesting.
It's technically, but it's a narrow passageway. It ain't big. It's too small for a halfling or a gnome to climb through.
Oh, okay.
And it's covered in poop.
As one does.
Right. I mean, you probably, you wash it with some water afterwards, maybe, and you can try and shoot it off with your powerful jet stream, but.
Yeah. Okay, how long does it take me to determine that there's nothing else here?
You're being pretty careful, right? You want to be thorough.
Oh, yeah.
So I think you probably spend 3 hours in here. And it's going to get dark enough. You're going to have to light some of these candles in here to see, maybe like light a lantern or a torch or one of the bedside candles in order to walk around and investigate everything.
Yeah. But I'm not an idiot, so I'm going to try and not make it, very obvious that there's a light in here.
Right.
I would close the curtains, one candle. Yeah. Okay.
Have we talked about windows in this room before?
Not off the top of my head. I don't think there is one.
There needs to be some
I think you said it was
level.
A windowless room because when he wants to go out, he goes on the balcony.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think the doors are just the balcony doors are open during the day to let light in.
Yeah.
Windows are primarily for light. So you need some, you can't just burn candles all the time. So the balconies are probably open during the day and then he closes at night and goes by candlelight.
Yeah.
Candles are expensive though, guys. They're cheap in the modern era because they're all petroleum based and oil's cheap. But in the olden days, if they're made from beeswax, that's crazy expensive. Otherwise, they're made from like beef tallow or other sorts of fat. And that fat could be used for cooking, and then it burns really black and smoky and has a smell to it. So candles, they ain't cheap. And that's it. That's my spiel on candles.
I'll go through his... I'm not a great reader, but I'm learning, and I've been learning for a while now. Can I go through his writings? I'll take a seat at the table after it's been 3 hours, and I'm just going to start going through them.
Yeah. The one thing that really catches your mind is you remember seeing that Pitman dwarf who was here meeting with him that one day.
Oh, yeah.
And you find the letters back and forth and the documents that talk about the keep. And in the process of doing all of these things and looking through all, there's lots and lots of paperwork. Once you have it in mind, you can come across the sketches of the drawings of the keep, like getting the layout of the keep, the architectural plans for the keep. They are stored in, I can't remember what I said last time we did this, but I have a whole bunch of different locked areas. In one of these locked boxes that you have previously opened. Secrets, sapphires, gems, letters. It's probably in that same area where
In
the
the
gems
letters,
are. Yeah.
All right, I'll look at it. Is it like new plans for a keep?
There's a couple drafts. It's a little bit difficult to see which one came first and which one came second because they're not dated or anything like that. But if you were going through these drafts and you making them, you would remember the order. Maybe the one on the top is the newest one. Maybe the one on the bottom is the oldest. Is the best you can guess at. And you can spend some time by candlelight inspecting them, looking at them. They show you that there is a there are 2 hidden passages out of the keep from the basement area. One of them leads off of the. Let me make this note while I write it. I say it. Hidden passages next to.
This is great to know. We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
One
With our money.
comes out of a room adjacent to the infirmary. There's like this is what we've mentioned before, that the keep is still under construction. It's mostly done, but there's still little bits and pieces being done here. The infirmary has an area nearby that is sort of being dug out. And do you have a full writing proficiency yet?
A writing proficiency?
Reading.
Writing or
reading.
writing?
Yeah,
Reading?
Reading,
No.
writing. No?
No, probably probably like half. I mean, we've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been
I don't
working
know
on
when
it
to
for
get
a
it.
while,
Yeah.
but you've also been like adventuring and forgetting
Yeah.
to practice your reading. But I rolled very well for you here. You can see that this area near the infirmary is planned to be like the family crypt, the family catacombs. It's like one of the last things that they're bothering to dig out. And through these catacombs, it shows like secret exit. So it's probably not done yet. And maybe the reason it's taking so long to make the catacombs is because they're digging a long fucking ass tunnel and you have to keep hauling out the dirt and dumping it somewhere. So maybe that's why the catacombs are taking forever to make. Interesting. The second exit is through the dungeons, which again, when we first started in this castle, like there wasn't a proper dungeon, and there is sort of a dungeon now, and that area has been semi-stable for a while, but construction continues here and there and everywhere all the time. And these are your 2 exits are going to be the catacombs and the dungeons. They're in slightly separate parts of the castle. So if you were to, come in the front door and go right, you'd go one way. And if you were coming and go left, so to speak, you'd find yourself towards the other direction. I think that's the most interesting
That's good.
thing that you find.
Yeah.
Make me an intelligence check, because you've never read architectural plans before.
25.
But you are a thief. You've been digging around in people's houses your whole freaking life. Yeah. There are some secret passages within the castle walls themselves that connect a couple of rooms. I need you to make me a second int check.
21.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, if I needed to steal from this motherfucker.
Yeah. No, I think making the fake sapphires is a good idea.
I agree.
We can steal from them if
should
we need to.
have a contingency plan if
Yeah.
shit goes tits up. Again,
Yeah.
we are fully loyal. Like, I'm giving +2 really good armor to Twin Tower.
That's legit. And you gave him
That's
his ring
legit.
back, which
And
is
I gave his ring back.
That's personal growth.
Yeah.
Right there.
Like, if I wanted right now, with this information, I think I could get out of here with 2 spell books, fucking like 50,000 gold or whatever it is,
Yeah, if you were purely self-interested, there's no reason why you wouldn't just steal his stuff and leave now.
Yeah, I'd be gone.
Because you could live your entire life in luxury with that.
Oh, yeah.
You might
But
even
I
be able
think
to
Pigeon,
buy a ticket to the inner city with that money.
He wants to become a knight.
Yeah.
I have honor.
Pigeon
I'm
would
not
be-
stealing this shit.
Pigeon, I'm not sure he'd be a good knight. His proclivity for sadism might get in the way. Well, you
He's a
can
good
keep
boy.
that under wraps.
There is a secret passageway that connects what you can piece together after flipping back and forth through pages and trying to figure out where this is supposed to be and what does this marking mean over here. And, they're not necessarily easy to read. 2 bedrooms. One of them currently is assigned as like a guest room that someone can have at some point. It's usually empty. The other one has traditionally been Tristram Baskett's bedroom. The same passageway that sort of snakes between walls.
And Tristram's dead now, yeah?
Now he's dead, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go check his room after this.
Okay. It also connects to the war room where he has his plans. It connects to the kitchen, and it connects to the cellar through what appear to just be false walls or trapped secret walls or movable walls in some way, shape, or form. None of them come to Shacklebrook's bedroom, notably.
Smart.
Just Baskett's room, the cellar, a guest room, the war room, and the kitchen.
Okay. This motherfucker. All right.
And give me, hold on. You've been in some of these rooms before. Give me another 2 int checks, please. Oh my God, Pigeon, you got 8 int, but
rolling.
you are brilliant. You can recognize the layout of the kitchen. The false wall in the kitchen is behind something that is currently like a cupboard. You would have to remove the entire cupboard to even find the hidden wall. So it's not like necessarily useful in the moment. If you were to take this secret room, this secret passageway, you expect that you probably couldn't get into the kitchen right now because it's blocked.
Yeah.
Unless somehow the kitchen cupboard is built into the wall in such a way that the wall and the cupboard shift. You'd have to test it yourself, but it's possible that it's currently just blocked. Similarly with the ward room, where the secret wall comes in, looks like it is a series of like shelves that hold some weapons and some boxes and a couple of like scroll cases and whatnot. Maybe that whole shelf moves and pivots.
Yeah.
Or maybe the shelf is placed in sort of in front of the secret passageway to keep it inactive, or like as an emergency escape. If you're in the war room, you can move the shelf and then go through the secret passageway. You're not really sure how those exactly will work out. You've never been in Baskett's room, you've never been in the guest room, and you've never been in the cellar, so you don't really know what they look like.
Cool.
And also to note, these are on 3 different floors. The guest rooms are on the 3rd floor. And it looks like, there's a hallway inside the walls, and like to the left of the hallway is the guest room, and to the right of the wall was Baskett's room. So like you would go through Baskett's room, and then immediately you'd have the guest room, and then the secret passageway snakes between the walls, goes down to a 2nd floor where you have the kitchen and the war room, and then drops down to the basement floor where you have the cellar.
Which room is Sunderland on?
Sunderland is on the 3rd or 4th floor with Shacklebrook. I think it's the 4th floor. I would have to
And that's
find
where
my
Shacklebrook's
castle
at.
notes. Yeah, Sunderland. I'm sorry, you said Sunderland. I was thinking Twin Towers. Sunderland is probably 3rd floor, same as the guest room and Tristram.
And where's Tristram? Oh, Tristram's 3rd. Okay,
yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, he's the same as the guest room.
I assume I don't find anything else.
No. There's
Good.
probably
This is
more. Like
perfect.
if you could spend weeks in here trying to
Yeah.
read all of these notes, but this is
great.
good.
I close it up. I put it back as best as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I put my ear to the door and I listen to see if there's anybody outside because I'm going to leave now.
What's your detect noise chance? I'm rolling it in secret.
I think usually we do perception chances here, but my detect
yes.
noise is...
Oh, but that's eavesdrop. Yeah.
it would be eavesdrop, yeah.
Your perception is 17.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
All right. I'll try and look through the peephole, the keyhole.
It's pitch black on the other side.
Okay, I leave.
Yep. You
I
blow out the candles.
exit.
You leave. You want to?
I probably exit with my candle, right?
Okay. Sure.
Because it's dark out. I'm going to put the hairs back.
I'm imagining this was a candle you took from his bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could leave. I mean, there's a million candles, right?
There's a million candles,
No one's going
right?
to notice it. No.
No. I put the hair back, making sure to keep the candle away from the hair, not to burn them. That'd be stupid.
Excellent. What's your
I think I do it perfect.
I'm just going to open your character sheet. I'm pulling from your stats, so it's not just entirely crazy pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, you put it back just fine. It's dark.
Beautiful.
It's night. You can hear, the crickets outside, or you could when you're in the other room. You could hear them through the peephole.
Pigeon's gonna pull an all-nighter. He doesn't do this often, but we're going to the 3rd floor.
Mm-hmm. You head down.
Yeah, he would have laid in. He would have laid in his lord's bed for at least 2 minutes, just to feel how it was. How was it?
Downy soft, man.
Oh shit, that's awesome. All right, we get up, we leave. I relock the door because I'm also not an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to
the hairs.
I already did them.
Yeah, he said the hairs.
Good. Okay, sorry.
I go to the 3rd floor and I'm going to Tristram's room.
Mm-hmm. It is currently locked, which, you're a lockpick. You're going to manage to be able to do this. It's not locked with a great lock, and you are a master lock picker. So a few moments later, candle sitting on the ground, picks out, digging around in there. It opens up nice and smoothly. You can step on in.
And now I'm going to be quiet because I know that I'm on the same floor as Grace. And I'm going to relock it behind me. All right, it's locked. And now we're going to search this room insanely well because it is odd that the guy died. And now that I'm seeing that Tristram has a hidden doorway into his room, it's even more odd.
You know where the hidden door is supposed to be, according to the schematics. So you can come up to the wall over here and look around. And with the help of the schematics and time being on your side as your candle begins to burn lower, not low, but just a little lower, you will find that there is a switch. It's near the... You come in through the door. It's on the opposite wall of where you enter. This is one of these interior rooms that doesn't have outside access. No windows, no ventilation. Not a great room, to be honest, but this is the lowly guest rooms for these sorts of people. There is a little a sconce type holder that you would have to hold a lantern, or just a little hook. I guess a hook is probably a better way to do it. A hook made of brass that's bolted into the wall that you can hang things on. And when you go up there and you're feeling it, you can give it a pretty solid tug, but when you hang on it, hang with all of your weight, you can feel it slowly move towards you with a rather heavy click and thud, which releases a latch. And the wall beside that doesn't quite swing freely, but it moves slightly, and when you shove it with your shoulder, you can hear the of stone on stone grating as it slides open.
Okay. That's pretty loud, right?
In the pitch of night, in this room, it's echoing throughout this room. But castle walls are thick. If you're 2 rooms over, you probably wouldn't hear it at all.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, I'm going to keep searching this room. Looking for anything hidden, looking for any notes, blah, blah, blah. I assume Shacklebrook hasn't... It's been a month, so maybe he has gone through here and emptied it out, but I'm sure Tristram had something hiding in here, so...
The room has been
give it a few
cleaned
hours
out
of
by the
searching.
maids. It's been... All his personal possessions have been removed. The sheets and linens have been cleaned. There's large cloths that have been placed over all of the furniture in the room to keep it from collecting dust. It's sort of in a preserved, mothballed
Then I won't
state.
search the obvious places that a maid would find shit in.
Yeah. You find nothing. You spend some hours searching here. Your candle begins, is now got maybe 3 hours of burn left on it.
Cool. I leave this room and go through the secret passage and try and close it behind me.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of elbow work or shoulder work to get it closed, but it closes, and after it gets to a certain point, it struggles to close, and you give it a nice heavy shove, and it clicks into place. You now wonder, how would you close it from his bedroom, though? You didn't see, something to pull the door closed. Yeah. Maybe there is, and you just missed it. Probably not. Maybe there's another secret latch that opens. In here, there is a secret door just a little bit down the hall that opens into the guest room on the other side. And then down the hall a little bit later, you see there is a staircase, a very narrow, tight staircase that kind of switches back and forth. This space between walls, like it is I would turn and walk sideways through this space. If you were a fat man, you would not make it in here. If you were a knight in plate mail, you might not be able to make it through here at all, especially if you're carrying a shield. It's a tight area.
I search, or I guess I continue on.
Yeah, there's cobwebs. You head down the stairs. You're still in between walls. To one side of you is supposed to be the kitchen. To the other side of you is supposed to be the war room.
I want to check the war room.
Yeah. You can see that there is indeed a mechanism towards the top of where the wall is, where a beam comes out of the wall and sort of latches into a clasp that holds it. And there is a bar, I guess you could pull, that would release the clasp from in here. And then you could grab onto a section of the wall and pull it into this little narrow passageway and then squeeze your way into the war room, in theory.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah, you release the lever, you open the door, and sure enough, the bookshelf opens in just a little bit, and you can squeeze out between the bookshelf and the wall.
I'm going to try and figure out, I'm going to close it.
From
and I'm going to try and
which
learn.
room? From inside the war room?
From inside the war room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the way this one pivots kind of on the centerpiece of the wall. So when you open it, like part of the wall comes out and part of the wall goes in. So all you got to do is push on the part that comes out, and then with your shoulder, a nice good heavy push, and it'll clink back into place.
My interest is like to figure out how to open it from here.
Yeah. Similarly, you've seen the mechanics, you've seen where the latch is, you've seen where sort of some beams come through. And sure enough, like now that you're looking at this, you have really noticed the castle is sort of studded with hooks to hang things on that can also double as sconces. Like there's a lot of practical details that we would ignore day to day as people playing D&D, but as people in a castle, you would really, it's nice to be able to hang your sword loop here in the war room. There's like 7 of these things, or a dozen of these things scattered across the room. You wouldn't think of them twice, especially because you can put your sword and your shield and your backpack on this thing and it won't move. But if you dangle your full body weight, if you put 150 pounds on there or something, it'll move.
Something happens. Okay, cool. I'll close it. I don't care about reopening it because I'm not probably going to go out that way again. And I'm going to search the war room.
You've been in here before. There's a large table in the middle. We call it the war room as if we conduct war from here, but mostly this is just a nice little meeting hall. It's near Lord Shacklebrook's office, which is separate from his bedroom, which is separate from the war room, which is separate from his grand meeting hall. There's some scrolls on a wall. There's some weapons scattered around. There's some maps on a table that are currently rolled up. There's some soft bags filled with sand that you can use to hold down papers everywhere.
I'll check his maps.
Yeah, they're maps of the Cauldron area, the Tether Wilds. They just look like maps of Eridon.
All right. I'm more than happy with this. I'm going to leave, and I'm going to go to the...
I should mention, there are some chests in this room. Before you go too far.
Ooh. I check them for traps. I got to open them. I got to know what's in it. I got to know what my lord's got. Probably taxes for the king.
The first one that you come across is indeed trapped. It seems to have a... what do we call it? What you would expect to be a poisoned needle that would come out and sort of out through the very large... It's got like a big fat keyhole in it. And it's made out of rather thick wood. So there's enough room in here for a needle to come out at an awkward angle that has a pretty good chance of stabbing anybody who is picking the lock improperly.
Now that I know about it, I can pick it, right?
Yeah, you've got a chance to disarm the trap, which you do. You've got a great lock picking skills, and it's not the best. Good. It's not the best lock pick or trap in the world. It's, it's that backup thing. You disarm it.
What do we got?
You open the lock. And taxes, something like that. It's a big box with silver bags and a couple of silver bars and just a bunch of spilled silver in the inside of it. Maybe it's taxes. Maybe it's more of a slush fund where you can just grab money if you need to. you can imagine Lord Shacklebrook in here talking to his knights, and someone says, "Oh, we're going to need this," and he goes over to the box and just grabs some bags, like, "Here, take this for the like." It's probably the like
I grab 1 bag of silver.
Add 50 silver to your sheet,
Thank
please.
You should see if you can find our longsword, maybe.
That's what I'm kind of looking around for. Yeah, I don't know if he has it though. I think
You probably can't take it because what can we do? We
No.
can't use it, but just be nice to know where it was.
Okay, I keep going. I check the next one for traps.
He has it. It's his.
Does he carry it
Longsword.
with him? Does he?
Yeah, I think we've said this before. It's
Okay.
it's his
Good.
sidearm.
I mean, can a wizard fight with a longsword though?
Does it matter?
No, I guess not. Not if it's like a +5 longsword.
It's not a plus.
I check
5.
the next one for traps.
The next one is similarly trapped and similarly, it's like 2 identical chests
I do it
side by
again.
side. Yeah, same thing. Box of silver.
Ooh. Okay, how much silver is here?
20 bags, 4 bars, and a bunch of coinage on the ground. Just
How much is a bar worth?
Don't take it. You don't know how many bars he's got.
10 pounds, so it's
Hold on,
worth
Nick, I'm
10
trying to
bags
see.
of silver.
Nick, I'm trying to see. I need level XP, okay? Just let me fucking cook here.
You're not gonna get it with silver, surely.
No, probably not.
Like 50 gold for a bar of silver.
Oh, so that's 100 XP.
Nothing. Let's switch the side.
Nothing. No, I'm happy with my 1 bag. I close it up again. I relock them both.
Yeah, there's another box that has scrolls in it, and another box that has empty blank scrolls that haven't been written on yet, and a little writing kit.
Don't care about
Like magic
that.
scrolls or
Mm-hmm. There's
well,
a lot of scrolls in the world. Most of them aren't magic.
Yeah.
okay.
I hold one of them like this, Neil, and I read it out loud.
Yeah, you try and make out the words, sound them together. It appears to be a.
See, that's how you know, Nick, that there's no magic ones in there. Because if there was, he would have had me roll like a D100 to see which one I got. Simple.
I mean, you can't read, but you should be able to tell the difference between magic writing and common.
Well, don't rogues have a chance to be able to read scrolls? Isn't that
Absolutely.
like an innate thing?
Yeah, you
like a
can read
magic scroll
scrolls.
too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
There you
totally.
go. I close this all up. Yeah. I think. Oh, I want to go to the. I want to go to the dungeons. I want to try and leave.
Yeah, you leave the war room. Yeah, you
lock
head
it.
down. Yeah, you head downstairs towards where the dungeons are. Let me see if you see anybody along the way. Yeah, as you're making your way through the keep, you will hear the sound of footfalls coming. Probably just a regular patrol, maybe a servant doing something, maybe a servant is
I do
like
a hide.
You do bathroom, you hide. What's your
Yep. 16.
Excellent. You have a little bit of time to prepare. There's not a lot of cover. The quality is mediocre, but you roll really well. So yeah, you can hide for a moment and you can see it is indeed one of the footmen who is just patrolling the castle on the inside. It's probably one guy who's just walking around. He doesn't come in the direction you're going. He's headed through some of the main halls and just sort of looking left and right. He gives a bit of a yawn, but he's keeping an eye out, doing a good job.
Okay.
You pass him. You wait for him to pass. You head down to the dungeons.
Anybody in here?
Yes. The dungeons have a single prisoner. It is a prisoner you don't recognize. You're one
Are
of the
they
lawmen
sleeping?
here. Well, you've got candlelight, but you're moving softly and quietly.
Mhm.
What's your move silently chance? Base.
14. My goal is to be quiet because I'm about to open up some hidden fucking entrance. And if this guy or girl wakes up, I'm not going to be able to do that, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. You said, what was it? 14?
14.
14, modifier of 0 because you're walking on stone, but it is quiet. It's like pin drop silence, so -4. That brings us to a 10. You're wearing just regular shoes, so that's keeps us at a 10. You don't have any armor on.
Nope.
Nope. But you have all your stuff with you, right? You've got your whole bag and whatnot.
Yeah, but I'm still lightly encumbered.
You're
with it.
lightly encumbered?
Yeah, I'm at base. I think I'm at base.
Are you at base or at base? Or
Oh, I'm
light?
at base.
Okay.
I'm at base.
Do you have swords or a backpack? You do have a backpack.
One scimitar, one backpack, one
Okay.
dagger.
That's -1. That's 9. So it's a total modifier of 9, mostly because of the pin drop silence of the area. But the person here, is this during their wake cycle or sleep cycle? Because it's pitch black down here.
Yeah.
They don't really
50-50.
know. Oops, I should decide what the die means before I roll the die. High is they're awake, low is they're asleep. Okay. Yeah. So you start to come down into the dungeons, and as your light begins to sort of fill an area, before you can even see who's in the dungeons, a voice calls out, "Who goes there?
Who the hell are you?
Water, please! Please, my lord, water! Water!
What are you in here for?
You don't know? Oh,
I don't
help me
remember.
out! Please, please, young man! Let me escape! Let me out of here! I'm being held captive against my will! Help! Help!
I don't think there's many people in the dungeon who are being held captive
Yeah.
with their own will.
Who are you?
Give them some water.
Yeah, probably. Probably will.
Sure,
my
when
name
I
is
accidentally
Sheila.
freed that prisoner.
My name is
Didn't seem to
Sheila,
score her.
please! Please, my lord! Who are you? Please, water!
I'll toss her a water skin, or
Yeah,
I'll pour
there's
my
a-
water skin into like her bowl.
Yeah,
I'm sure she's got something.
she does. She slurps it up.
I'll throw her my last ration.
All right. You pull out the rations, you squeeze it through the bars. She takes it from you quickly, bows towards the ground. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you so much.
Well, I throw the ration like near the door, and then when she goes for it, I'm gonna try and knock her out. Just a pop to the head.
To attack someone through bars that are like prison bars is going to be a pretty serious penalty. Yeah, it's a nasty, difficult way to attack.
Fine,
I
I do
want to
it.
say like -6 probably. It's tough. This is with your warhammer. Do it.
I don't have a warhammer anymore.
Oh, this is just what are you
Back
doing?
of my dagger.
Right, dagger, conk. Go ahead and make me just a melee attack at -6.
I'll just make a regular attack, and then we can take the 6 off.
He's gonna roll a
Should
20.
be
I know
something
it.
like this.
He's been rolling so well.
21 minus 6, so 15.
Bonk.
Yeah, that's a hit. That's
Technically,
a
it should be
hit.
a 14. Sorry, it was on throne, but yeah, or 13. That's a hit.
Yeah, well,
All
all
right,
you
damage?
needed was a 10. Is this a sap that we were talking about?
I mean, I'm trying to knock him out. Yeah,
Yeah, so this is a sap.
it's probably best to do a sap. Yeah.
So
Good to introduce
you
this
have all
anyways.
the penalties involved already. But you rolled a 21. It should only be a 19, did you say, because of the...
If it's -4, you said, right?
I said it was
Six.
-6.
-6. Okay, so it should be a 13 then.
Okay, and then there's -4 because it's also a sap attack. You're trying to hit them in a specific spot, but you do have them by surprise, so their AC becomes 9, and
There we
you
go.
are giving them food, so they're probably looking at the ground, so they probably have another penalty of 2 to their AC. So you actually only need a 7, and you roll a 9, so you do
Yep.
hit them. It's 10% chance to KO per point of damage if you get the drop on them, which I think this absolutely is. So roll me regular dagger damage. D4.
Yep.
30?
30.
30% chance to KO them. Nick, why don't you roll a D100? Roll a 30 or lower.
Come on, Nick. Do your thing.
Well, I'm calling
Roll
on him.
low.
Rolling 30 or low is easy for a guy like me.
Oh, my
well,
God.
lucky.
All right. And her HP... it didn't matter. Her HP was 2. You crack her in the back of the head. 25% of the 3 is real damage. The rest is temporary. She will wake up with blood and a splitting headache.
Yeah, you're allowed to torture people. Good. I will go and exit the castle.
Through the secret door in the dungeons?
Secret tunnel.
Yeah. You get to the back of the dungeons. Make me a perception check at -6.
Secret tunnel.
That's a miss.
You can't find it.
Okay.
You're not sure where the secret exit's supposed to be. Maybe it's not finished being built yet, or maybe it's just well hidden, but it's not around.
I feel like it's not made yet, so I will go and I will just take one of the rooms and go to bed.
One of the guest rooms?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Many of the guest rooms have like sheets over them, sort of like Tristram's does. So you can just pull back one of these like big drop cloths that covers a bed and snuggle up inside.
Sweet. I go to bed.
Okay. You go to bed and, you hear the roosters crowing an hour later.
I go back to bed.
Do I find any wolves?
You certainly hear them in the night, and you can go in the direction of the howling, but you reach the city limits, the town limits.
Yeah, I
it
won't leave
appears
the
that they're
limits of the
still out
town.
in the countryside.
I'm doing loops around the town though. People said that they were coming into the town, so that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. You go in and you go out and you go up and you go down and you go east and you go west until the sun rises and not a wolf to be seen.
If I see any ne'er-do-wells roaming the streets at night as well,
No.
I tell them to get back home, and there's wolves in the streets.
No, you got to think
You
of
know?
Cauldron as even more dead at night than Cork, Ireland is. I don't know if when we were there for the wedding,
I
if you went
remember that.
around, that place is freaking dead by like
No
10
one.
p.m. Yeah. I
In
imagine
Cork, the city, or in the little
Cork, the
town place
city.
we were in? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
it
No,
was
I wasn't there overnight.
Fucking dead.
completely
Really?
dead. And this,
Yeah.
before the sun sets, it's completely dead. Yeah. And this is even
Surely
more dead than that.
Surely the pubs were open, no?
Nope.
No, the
They
pubs
close
closed
early.
at like 9.
The fuck?
Yeah, I know. It was insane.
That's fucked up. Wait, while we're off topic, I just want to say, Demon Soup, happy birthday for yesterday, assuming you're watching this tomorrow. Hope you had a nice day, mate. Cheers.
Let's do some just HP time skips till Shacklebrook's back.
Absolutely.
Neil, I look for wolves, though. I want to kill some wolves, okay? So I do my patrols at night. I'm not saying
Yeah.
I patrol
take full
all
bed
night,
rest.
every night, but
Yeah.
I'll do a couple of patrols around.
Sure. Well, what are we prioritizing? Resting and getting HP or patrolling for wolves? Because those are mutually exclusive activities. You want your 3 HP per day, you ain't doing shit.
I
I'll
want
settle
bed
for
rest.
I'll settle for 2 HP a day.
You want to settle for 2 HP HP per day, then you're still going to be struggling to, you want to be in a
If I-
non-stressed state. You don't want to be patrolling
I know.
at night and be
What's
sleep
your goddamn
deprived.
HP?
Wait, calm down. I think if I walk around the town, I can get my 2 HP. If I get into a fight, then I'll forfeit any healing that day. I appreciate that. But I'm saying I can patrol though and still take 2 HP, surely. It's just walking around.
Doing a light stroll through town, not a problem. Staying up well past your sleep schedule and pushing yourself to patrol the streets at nighttime where you're like actively looking for wolves, I think that is being in a more stressed state than it would be conducive to rest. Right? To get 2 HP per day, you need like a medic and you need to be trying to rest.
Neil, the
There you
town
go.
is bereft with wolves.
You have to make hard decisions. Do you want to live or do you want to fight wolves?
Get your fucking HP.
Okay, fine. We
This-
don't do anything. We let
See,
the
these-
peasants be killed by wolves. I'm just
Good.
trying to kill something to get some XP, okay?
I understand, but these are the challenges that you run into. Like there are resource problems. You can't do everything all the time. Sometimes you
listen,
have to make a decision.
It's not
and
worth
someone gets
fighting them out. I
screwed.
feel like I can walk around town without getting ruining my healing, but it's fine.
A
Let the
stroll through
peasants be
town in the
eaten.
day? Sure. Staying up for hours after night? No.
Well, what if I sleep in?
Sleeping in, can you really sleep in? Let's really
My
talk
life
about
is
sleeping
testament
in.
to that.
When you sleep in and the sun comes up, like, are you really sleeping? How much do you actually truly sleep after the sun comes up in that situation? Not
What are you
particularly
talking about,
well.
Neil?
And you, Nick,
What are you talking
you've
about?
got a nice cozy house. It's not drafty. You've got heating in there. You've got cooling in there sometimes, right? You've got a comfortable mattress and gentle clothes, and it's all nice. You're not living in one of these stone buildings that's drafty as fuck. And outside, there's no sound insulation,
I'm
so you can
sorry.
hear the entire
telling me that-
town
Nick,
walking
is this
in
what
and
you
out
wanted?
in front of your
We're
door.
wasting goddamn game time. Let's just fucking heal up, and then we can go kill wolves in a minute.
I'm saying you live in a lap of luxury, and you don't appreciate the hard life
I
of a
don't
sheriff of
believe that
Cauldron.
Arcadian teenagers aren't having a lie-in, but you carry on.
You're a special snowflake. You've got it too good. Your sheriff doesn't have it that good.
True.
All right, let the peasants be eaten. Fine.
All right, both of you lie in tomorrow.
Well, for like the next few days, I think.
Shacklebrook's
Can
back the
I-
next evening, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask for XP then. Never mind.
Yeah, he comes back the next evening. You can see the
Can I take
entourage.
2 HP or 3?
You get 0 HP. You were up all night, and then
What do I get?
You won, yeah. Lord Shacklebrook comes through town. You'll know that he's coming because there is shouting in the streets before his little entourage arrives. Someone, has come through. A rider has come through to let everyone know that Lord Shacklebrook's coming back. There at the front of the procession is Kel Twin Towers, and the rest of everyone is, in on horseback beside him. Then there's a carriage with Lord Shacklebrook and a couple of servants and a little wagon that's got some barrels and some other supplies. Then a couple of other horses behind him with some knights.
I ran to
and
Twin Towers
they-
room. I open it up. I grab the thing, and then I am ready for them at the gate with it. And I lock his room again.
Bolts of the castle. She
I'm
lets
already
you
at the
in.
castle.
Oh, that's right. You're already in the castle.
Yeah.
Right. Excellent. Where is it? Here it is.
I think I will catch up with the back of the procession, Neil, and start chatting to whoever seems available to chat on the way in.
Yeah. There is a small to-do. People come out and watch the nice procession. Folks see what's happening. You run to the back. You catch up with whoever is pulling up the rear with the gear. It's that Kel Bell Blanche, the least fancy and honorable of all the knights, the Mistrian who pulls up the rear. She'll give you a wave as you
Kel
trot
Blanche.
behind her knight, her horse.
How did it go?
Sheriff Luther, it went well.
Oh, sorry to miss the fun. Was it a good party? Did he put on a good
Certainly.
feast?
He
Wow.
did put on a good feast. It was a good party, and everyone got along quite well. I think tensions between the two are not nearly as high as they need to have been.
Well, it's good news. Good news. I would have made it myself if it weren't for bandits on the road. I had to rest and recover before the final leg of the journey, but I'm glad it went well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, I walk in with them into the
Twin
keep.
Tower!
As Twin Tower approaches, the gates are opened. Everyone starts coming in.
I got you a gift!
They wave. Twin Tower looks over at the armor that you're holding out and looks quizzical, goes to put his horse away and walks on over to you, looks at this. What the hell is this?
I got you some magic armor!
But this is actually really good looking. He, examines
No,
it.
It is!
How do you
It's +2 magic armor!
I say that, but in character. I
Right.
don't know how you say that, but
He looks at it and he looks at you and he looks at it and he looks at you. He's like, what do you mean?
Well, it's for you!
I understand the words you're saying, Cooper. What the hell are you talking about, magic armor?
Well, I dueled someone for it on the way. And I got him. I killed him. And I thought that because, you got all burned up because you weren't wearing armor, that you could use this.
You can see his face is a mess.
oh yeah.
He looks at the armor and he looks at you and he looks back at the armor and he's got that what the fuck is happening right now sort of moment. And
he
as
should.
everyone else comes in, he calls over the other knights and Lord Shacklebrook and Basil Sternwolf come out of the wagons and carriages and they come over to take a look at what's going on and everyone gathers round to inspect this armor that you are presenting him here in the middle of everything. You called it Brigadine. It weighs 35 pounds.
Too heavy for me.
Mm-hmm.
I stay away from this conversation.
Ooh, he will not be encumbered when he wears this. He's exactly at 55 pounds with the Brigandine armor on.
Nice.
Made for him.
Wow.
What does this do to his AC, Neil? Significant improvement? So I think he was in... What was he in before?
Chain, chest, and
leather
limbs, which is plus 4 AC.
So this is +1 and then +2. So I think it's +3 AC compared to that.
And I don't think he's encumbered anymore.
Yeah.
No, Brigandine is normally plus 4 AC.
Yes.
So
And
this will
this
be
is
a
plus 2
total
from that.
plus 6 AC. So
That's
this
plus
is
2
a
AC.
straight improvement to him.
So does he go from 14 to 16?
Yes.
Has he got Dex?
He does not have Dex, so he's going from 14 to 16.
That's good. Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
And also, perhaps most importantly, +2 to saves. Well, saves that armor could affect.
Yeah.
We often
didn't
forget
know
about
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did forget
it's
about
got
that,
It's got his crest on it as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I made sure to put your crest on it. I got it embroidered custom.
All the knights, the men-at-arms, even the gatekeeper who's supposed to be watching the gate gather round in the courtyard to look at this. And Kel Sunderland is like, is this what you were talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
Lord Shacklebrook looks at this. Where the... By
Oh,
the...
and I got you something too, Lord Shacklebrook.
I hand him a bag of 40 gems, Neil.
Damn. How many do you have? 80?
I had 80, yeah.
He,
So that's 40
opens the
times
bag
50?
and dumps a bunch of gems into his hands. A couple like
2,000
fall to the
GP.
ground at his feet. Sybil runs over and starts picking up gems from the ground and handing them back to him after she like dusts them off on her clothes. They all look at you. They all look at all these things. Lord Shacklebrook says, "Let's have a conversation in the war room." He puts the gems away and pats you on the shoulder, Pigeon. Let's go
Good.
have a nice chat. Sybil, fetch the drinks. Joyce, find someone to watch your post for you, or come in when you can. Basil, make sure that the sheriff and his detective are paid for the month. And you can all.
Am I
go-
being invited to this meeting or?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
You said you stayed away, but everyone's gathering around. It's hard to stay
I stayed away because I don't want to. I didn't want to be involved in the lie, but I also don't want to be left out of the good times. So I'll come along.
You're getting it. You are involved in the lie, 100%. It's coming. You all can head into the keep where, as soon as you're in the war room, there's Twin Towers stripping off his armor and getting the other knights to help him like attach the new Brigandine and wear it on. And the comments about like, this is my family sigil. How'd you know? How did you? Where did you find this? And then the gems are coming out, and the Lord Shacklebrook's looking at him, and he hands them over to Basil, who's also looking at the gems, and they're murmuring back and forth about everything. And Sybil comes in with like a bunch of drinks and promises that there's a roast chicken on the way if only we'll be patient. And
Nice. I'll tell you what, moods are high right now. Well done, Pigeon.
Yeah, this is good. Maybe they'll
I'm
make
ba-
me the sheriff.
I'm basking in the good times before the truth comes out here, Neil.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And as everyone, eats and drinks and sort of settles in, and some extra chairs are brought into the war room because it doesn't normally hold this many people, the lord of the town looks at you and says, "Pigeon, tell us a story."
Yeah. Well, there I was in High Castle doing what I do, and there was a mean guy. And he was real mean to me, so then I went into his house and I took his shit.
There's a bunch of laughter coming around the room. And then when you don't laugh along with them, the laughter kind of slows. And
Oh, I also got this.
Smack on the table. 1 poison vial.
the poison
Of-
potion.
Poison potion, yeah. Nick, can you add that to your sheet, actually?
Sure.
Everyone
Well, it's on the table right now. I'll take it. if
Take
they
it
don't
out,
want
yeah. Oh, yeah, they can have it too. I don't care.
Everyone looks closely at this. What do you... Pigeon, speak sense here. Did you really steal these from someone's house?
Oh yeah, big time.
I
Whose?
catched Pigeon's eye. Like, are we telling the true story here?
It was like I don't remember his name. He was really mean. He was a mean man, and he was old. I think he's dead now.
Kinda say.
He also had a cursed item. But don't worry, I got rid of that.
I explain, the cursed
Yeah.
item.
I look suspicious, Neil, in the corner. No, not suspicious, but rather sort of apprehensive.
Yeah, suspicious
know-
about what he's saying.
Yeah, I try to
Well,
move
no,
the
I mean, I know he's lying.
conversation-
Obviously, I'm not suspicious. I know he's lying. I'm worried that the truth is going to come out here. That they're going to ask me, and I'm going to have to either choose to lie or tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I try to move the conversation along here.
And I got to talk to the king himself. And he was really nice.
I say his name.
King blah blah blah.
Harold?
And,
King Harold.
King Harold, yeah, and they're sending 50 men down to come help us out here.
Yes, Lord Shacklebrook, we spoke to King Harold, and it was quite an interesting conversation, actually. The first thing, I'm sure this can't be news to you, he says that Cauldron has not been paying its taxes.
Basil wraps his fingers on the table, on the arm of his chair. Lord Shacklebrook motions for you to continue.
But in his wisdom, since he is a man of the people and king of all of Eridon, he requested the aid of Lady Alkali, who is sending her head knight, Keltitel, with a group of 50 men, including a handful of knights, down south. I think we should make preparations for their staying in the keep. They intend to chase the creature, but also to help us deal with miscreants in Tassel and potentially the werewolves as well. But the taxes,
The
I
king
think.
wants his taxes, and that's why I got you that 40 gems. That can help out.
The king wants his taxes. You mean the king who has never so much as once helped out, sent any money, repaired the roads, improved the roads, patrolled the streets? The king who was appointed a couple months ago? This long line
same-
of failed
the same
kings
one-
who have
the
never
same
quite
one, my lord,
ruled
yes.
Eridon. Just
But
a bunch of
he is the
fancy
king-
northern lords who have been abdicating their duty and expecting the hardworking people of Eridon to funnel their parties and their coronation after coronation and royal wedding after royal wedding.
And that's
You-
why I stole from one of those guys. It's because
You-
they
Lord
were treating us
Shacklebrook.
like shit.
He did answer our call, though, and you did send me to request his aid. He must be king, at least in more than name for that.
Yes.
I'm not one to tell you how to manage the affairs of our state, but
Good.
when these knights come here, I expect the conversation around taxes may come up soon after.
I suppose that would be the case. I've been setting money aside for such a day as this. Basil, will you see to it that we have all of our papers and finances in order? It's a good thing that most of our people don't pay any taxes. You don't have to pay income on money you don't make.
There's a
Or
silver
you don't have
lining
to
to
pay
everything,
taxes
Very
on
Lord.
wise, my lord,
income
very
that you don't
wise.
earn. But we'll see. Sometimes they ask for land produce, but we don't request that in quite the same way here in Cauldron. I think we are well within our liabilities, and I'm sure they will see the error of their calculations and ways. Back to this armor and gems and poison potion and warhammer that's been cursed. You stole them, Pigeon. Cooper.
Oh yeah,
Coop.
big time. Reclaim them, I'd say.
And you spoke to the king yourself.
Oh yeah.
He did.
Tell him, Luther. That's true.
That is
Calvinus.
true. I couldn't believe it, my lord, but he walked right up to the king's throne and he had his ear for a few minutes at least. As I understand it, he requested that the king send knights to kill the copperheads.
Oh yeah, I tried to end that for us because they were causing us a lot of problems. I was telling the king about the copperheads and how they're causing issues and blah blah blah. And the king, he did not like that. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna have to reclaim Stromheim and kill those copperheads."
Kel Lionel Landquist leans forward and says, well, what do we need the sheriff for? And a couple of the others begin to chuckle amongst themselves. Basil Sternwarf seems tickled by this concept.
The whole endeavor went quite successfully. High Castle is a strange place. We've got these knights coming. I hope that there's room in the keep. I did say that we'd be able to put them up. I reckon there'll be about 50 men. My concern, it's one thing to send them down to Tassel to deal with Shartuk and his goons. It's another to send them to the beyond the river and look for the werewolves. But tracking down a demon might be more difficult.
Well, I'm the number one tracker.
We spoke to a sage, a Lord Staghorn. I don't know if you've heard of him, my lord.
He shakes his head.
He was a mean man.
He's a mean guy. He's certainly alive, though. I spent a good amount of time with Lord Staghorn and with Kel Teetle, and we spoke about what this creature could be.
I'm going to interrupt you
obviously.
here. This sounds interesting and fascinating, but I've just gotten back from the road. Perhaps we can reconvene a conversation about demon slaying and arriving knights at a later date. I'm mostly curious about... Basil, can you... And Basil Sternwarf leans forward and looks at you, Pigeon, and says, were you seen stealing these things?
Absolutely not.
And this armor, was it worn by the man from whom it was stolen?
I shrug. I tell him where it was. I give him the...
It was, in this place. It was in the back, and then I put leather armor there, so no one will really notice until, someone actually goes to put it on, blah, blah, blah.
It was hidden in a secret compartment?
Oh, yeah.
For the avoidance of doubt, everybody, this is Lord Staghorn's armor. And Lord Staghorn's gems. He is a sage of sorts. He didn't seem to me like he'd make frequent use of his weapons and armor. So, depending on how many visitors he has, but before the next time he seeks use of his armor, we might be in the clear. But if he looks for it the day after we left, he knows that we're from Cauldron. So, I suppose it's a chance game.
There's no way he's gonna look.
Magic armor. Lord Staghorn, Basil says as if he knows him, had magic brigandine armor tucked away.
Yeah, and
He's
it
an old
seems like
man.
a lot of those.
He's older than I am.
Seems
He's
like
an
a
old
lot of
man.
those northern lords. They got a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of money in High Castle, indeed.
I tell him about the lady who's giving 2 white horses to, some
Father
random
Bismuth.
Father Bismuth. Yeah.
They're rich up there. Listen, if you ever need money, you send me and Luther up there. We'll come back with 200,000 gems.
We cannot condone theft. Then Basil looks over at Lord Shacklebrook, who
He's
looks
like,
over
right?
at him. Clearly, Coop, you have been drinking far too much, and you have come up with some wild tales. We should punish you for lying to your lord about where you got
I'm so
these
sorry.
gems. Obviously, these were some drunken fantasy from a night whoring around in High Castle, probably earned through ill-gotten gambling. Isn't that right, Luther?
Sounds about right to me, my lord.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'll go to the cellar.
I'll make sure that he's put in the stocks.
you see to it that he refrains from this behavior in the future, especially from anyone who might see him or know him.
Yeah, of course.
See, they're upset, but
All's
they
well that
wanna
ends
keep
well,
it.
though. I'm happy to hear that your trip went well, Lord Shacklebrook. I was worried that Divin Armstrong wouldn't make such an agreeable host.
He was surprisingly pleasant. We heard
Did he
quite
speak of...
Yes.
Sorry.
He did.
He spoke of Lady Celinda?
He spoke of his apprentice, Celinda. apparently beautiful and skilled half-elf, beloved by all the people, who had been murdered by some sort of monsters in the Black Pine Marsh. Her body was recovered and given a proper funeral and ceremony. I had seen, as we passed by where the catacombs were, a line of would-be mourners waiting their turn to pay their respects. This apprentice Celinda was quite the beloved person around town, despite her low-ranking stature. He kind of
She was a
looks
beauty
around.
for the ages. She really was.
Yes.
And don't doubt that she touched the hearts of many of the peasants.
He seems quite upset at her passing.
Yeah, they're offering a whole like house and stuff for her spellbook returned.
That's right, yeah.
How'd you know?
I give him a
We
shrug.
heard it from contacts in Stromheim.
You didn't tell anyone that.
No, of course not.
Tell anyone what?
Exactly.
Like,
No, of course not.
Well, this is all quite a lot of news and information. Give us a week. Starting in June, we will discuss these other affairs, but I think we could all use a bit of rest. It's been an eventful period of time. Oh, and Sheriff, there have been some wolves in town. They're probably not much, but when you're rested, if you could see to taking care of them. My men are still, he points to the castle, wary of would-be assassins and loath to leave my side, even for a night.
So, on that last point, did you receive my message that I sent a few days after I left town?
I did, yes. About the spider?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like go anywhere?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. Well, just so you've got all the information. I shall return to the infirmary and rest up and then deal with these wolves.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you could use some good sleep, my lord. Yeah.
I could.
You get some rest. I think to myself, nothing like a week holiday after your holiday.
He puts the gems on the table. Basil, take care of these things. He goes over to Twin Towers, pats him on the shoulder. Enjoy your new armor. I'm going to go with Luther to the infirmary and see Lady Redshield.
Oh.
I'm also going to go to the infirmary. And I'm going to spend the next 4 days there. 4 times 3.
Yeah.
12
I say,
HP.
as I say to Lord Shacklebrook on the way, Lady Redshield herself was attacked by wolves in the town, I hear.
Was she?
She was. Apparently she managed to fight them off.
No.
So she says. She's wounded.
This lady continues to surprise me. Good find in bringing her in, he says.
Thank
Good
you.
Find.
Yeah, she surpasses even my expectations, despite them being high in the first place.
You don't have any clerics that you've been hiding from me, do you?
If I find one, I'll be sure to introduce them, but no, I'm afraid not. Well, actually,
I found one.
There was one that we ran into on the road, actually, a dwarf. He called himself an Avenger by the name of Thoros Ironwind.
That doesn't sound
He
like the
is-
sort of cleric we're looking for. We're needing a healer, not an avenger.
Sure.
But
I
Yeah.
keep
killed a
your eye
cleric.
out. And a dwarf?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's 1521 and all, but come on.
You might be right.
We have to install
the dwarf,
candles halfway down every single door. Have to renovate the entire
What-
keep.
he might be able to function his own magical lights, I suppose. When I found him, he was sitting amongst the corpses of around 20 bandits, so he'd certainly make a nice addition to our staff, I'm sure.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to fit between the walls at all.
Lord Shacklebolt looks at you like I don't understand what you're saying. He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't take it as anything. And you guys can all head down to Annabelle Redshield's area. She's doing D20.
We chill?
She's vamping.
Yeah, I think she's napping. I think you find her not actually
Sleeping
in the
during the day.
infirmary. I think you find her napping in her bedroom.
Sleep in our coffin. Hmm.
You go to the door, you knock on the door. She opens it up. Spiders crawl out of her hair. Can I help you? No, you find her in her room. She comes on over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We spent, I heal up as quickly as possible so I can hunt wolves.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could take 6 days, 6 times 3.
That would do me. Yeah, I need less than that actually.
That would bring me 2 HP off
I need
from
6.
40.
Yeah. There's a moment while you're all being treated in the infirmary. Lord Shacklebrook is there just to talk. Where, the two of them are chatting while she's treating your wounds and replacing your bandages and scolding you for, walking around at night instead of resting. Where he says something to her that sort of maybe catches your attention a little bit. At some point while they're chatting, he says to her, I missed you while I was in Shirebrook. I think you would have really enjoyed the party.
Can I catch Annabelle's, is there a chance that I'm sat behind Shacklebrook so I can catch her eye without him seeing? And I give her a raised eyebrow as if to say I told you so.
I think you can look at her, but she's just eye contacting him at the moment. She doesn't look away.
Dude, Nick, she did it. She gaslit under the door, right? She's a vampire. She ripped him apart.
No, surely not. Because it was her saying that, maybe if Tristram died, he'd be able to find a wife.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Because then what's the spider about?
Could just be someone misseeing.
Could
have been no spider. I don't know. At some point, I'm going to ask Lord Shacklebrook while we're in here. I'm going to explain about the gem that I sold for I'm going to say 2,000 gold because that's how much I gave him. So fuck it, I'll lie. But I'm going to, instead of explaining the gem that I sold, I'm going to explain his gems to a T and ask him how much he thinks they're worth.
But wait, first up, how does she respond when Shacklebrook says that?
Oh, right. I missed you. You would have quite enjoyed the party. And I think, she's sort of tending your wounds at the moment and sort of looks up to him when he says this. And she gives a polite smile, bows her head towards the ground, gives a bit of a curtsy in her white medic uniform and says, "Oh, well, I don't think I would quite fit in. I might bear the Red Shield name, but a court lady I've never been. I wouldn't even know how to dance." He's like, "Well, there are plenty of people who are poor dancers, myself included." And then he talks about, his time studying abroad and learning the ways of the wizarding and, how, it's not in the modern world. We're not all fancy hoity-potties at court. As you can see, a noble lady such as yourself is here up to her arms in blood. I myself am riding out on roads, dealing with nasty problems. Werewolves rest in my dungeon in this very day. It's a complicated world."
Wait, what? He says werewolves rest in the dungeon.
He did.
Did we not learn our lesson from the last time we had a werewolf in the dungeon?
We did.
Well, clearly not. But yeah, okay. Can we get a reminder of what Annabelle Redshield looks like?
It's like a vampire.
I have a token
Spiders.
for her over here at this table. This is a...
Oh, that's a vampire. Look at the nails, Nick.
Sorry, I'm looking her up on the wiki. Okay. She's looking... It's not the kind of maid outfit I was envisioning, but she's looking kind of good.
Well, there's only so many, healer, medic, nurse tokens in the world. You do with what you can. I do have vampire tokens. It would be hilarious, though.
Yeah, it would be.
Hold on, let me find one.
I'm trying to work out if we ever... I'm trying to think...
Oh, yeah, here's Annabelle Redshield. This is her.
Is she... I don't think we ever rolled hotness for her, which I'm not saying we need to.
Oh, wait,
is she attractive?
I think we did.
We did.
Oh, I remember her.
We did?
This could
That's
be
the vampire
Annabelle
logo.
Redshield right here. There you go.
Yeah. Damn.
No, we rolled hotness for her when you first were hitting on her.
I never hit on her. Whoa,
didn't.
hang on.
Pigeon did. Pigeon did.
Pigeon hits on everyone.
Yeah. I do. I think I recall the hitting upon because she rolled high on hotness, and I think that's what was sort of creating the relationship with her, is that she was a pretty woman and a medic. And then the party was like, "Ooh, let's meet with her again."
I feel like you're
she's an
getting
attractive
confused with
woman.
Lady. I feel like you're getting confused with Lady Slender, but okay.
Am I? No, because Lady Celinda.
She was a medic and she was hot, and Hidgen and Luther both tried to flirt with her.
Yes. Well, there might be a lot of hot nurses in the world. It might be a thing.
True.
I don't know if I have it in my notes.
Okay,
Probably not.
but
I usually don't write
In
these
my
down.
view, though, Shacklebrook wouldn't be adverse to having a relationship with her based on how she looks.
I mean,
Like she's
Lord
an above
Shacklebrook-
average looking person.
Yeah, she's not bad. She's lovely. Lord Shacklebrook, though, famous for betting Tristram Basket, dude, and trying to bang Lemon the first night he met her. So
Yeah,
maybe
he's not fussy, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he might not be very fussy.
Can we spend some quick time redoing the favorite to PCs? Because I think our relationships have changed quite a bit here.
Yeah. I have, just while we were talking here, added Annabelle Redshield to favorite to PCs.
Is this Tristram?
This is Tristram. Yeah. This
God, who'd have
was
thought
him.
he was gay?
Not me. What about Twin Tower?
Well, you've just given him armor right
That's true.
now.
Yeah.
This feels like one of those volatile moments that could and probably will be you guys becoming much
Takes a little
closer.
time, yeah.
It might take a little time. Also, I do want to play out when the knights from the north come down. I want to roll some dice to see if they maybe notice. They're probably not, but like
Probably not.
I want to let it
Could.
shake out a little bit more before I declare his favoritism one way or the other. Let's
right.
see. Lionel Landquist, I don't think has changed too much. Campbell, what's his name?
We've not really had any interaction with.
We haven't
Edwin.
really.
Yeah, we don't really interact with Edwin Campbell. Blanche Bell, no Blanche.
Still like this.
Yeah, you guys have been close with her. And then this is the fancy woman. What's her name?
It's the gatekeeper, right?
Underling.
No, this is Ann Castor.
Oh,
yeah.
damn. She's
We haven't
thick
dealt
with
with her a
23
ton.
AC.
Yeah. Full plate.
Yeah, she's 4'9", 23 years old.
She's
Who's this again?
4'9".
Yeah, she's tiny.
Holy fuck.
Who's what? That's
Who's this person?
Kel
That's.
Cowbell.
Oh.
That's the.
So which one's
the
Sunderland?
gatekeeper. Sunderland?
No, Sunderland is the gatekeeper.
You're right. Sorry, Joyce Sunderland is this one. Yes. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
This is Ann Castor. This is Blanche Bell, Edwin Campbell, Lionel Landquist. Whew. And this is our dearly departed Isaac Elroy.
Bye-bye.
Rip Elroy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Quick XP since we're taking a week or 6 days for healing.
Yeah, quick XP. I don't know. You get some money for whatever you stole.
Okay, what about these skills? I had 3 lockpicks.
Which one were any of them new? Oh yeah, the 2 treasure chests were new.
2 treasure chests were new. I would say picking the door and seeing the hairs. I'd say that's a 3rd one. 1 hide because I didn't want to be seen.
Okay. That's
4.
700 for the skill. I'm going to give you half for the hairs. So 700 for skills, and you stole 50 silver, which is 5 gold, which is 10 XP.
Okay, so that's 710 before 10%.
Right.
And then what about like quest XP?
Yes.
We
made it
should
home.
get some. We should get some XP for getting the knights and.
Yeah. Quest XP. That's exactly what we're
Yeah.
doing.
I'm looking for like 1,000. Simple.
So we're not finished with these quests. When the knights come and wrap up all of the details that they're wrapping up, then that's the quest finalized. But the next step along the quest is returning home. Turn home. I do want to give you XP for giving away the armor.
Never happened before.
Never
Yeah.
happened.
Just so
in
you know,
the
it would be very
history.
good on me actually, but yeah.
No player character
I
has
think
ever
that it's
found
better for
+2
him.
armor and given it to an NPC. In fact,
I think he should get it.
in a different campaign, we had a player demanding that we never give away this dwarven-sized +1 chainmail
Oh
that
my
we can't
God.
even wear and have no
I know.
use for, but we can't sell it. And here we are giving away +2 Brigadine.
Giving.
Wow.
We didn't know it was only +1 chainmail at the time.
That's
We
true.
didn't. That's true. But I also don't think we should. Yeah, I've kept it, so I'm glad we did. Now, if it would have been +4 chainmail, I would have felt like quite the fool.
Exactly.
But
You
you just
still
play the
couldn't have
odds on
worn
that
it,
one.
you know?
No. Which is odd.
Well, they're dwarves. They're small.
We could
I
have
know,
found
but
a dwarf,
usually armor
you know?
conforms to body.
Magic items, you mean?
Yeah. Magic items, so.
Returning home, giving away armor.
Giving away 2,000 gold. It's not really. I don't know
No,
if it's XP worthy, but it's something to think about.
it's nice. You know, there'll be rewards for that, social rewards for that. Yeah. Okay, so I think that is 2,300 XP for where we are in the quest. Most of that was giving away the armor. And that will be divided
Each?
between the two of you. Yeah, so
Oh.
1,150 each.
All right, so that's +186. 2,046. I think I level. Wait. I don't. I'm close though.
How close, are
close?
you?
So close, Nick. I'm like 207 off.
Well, I was like 60 off, and he didn't give it to me. So,
No, yeah. It's
and that
okay.
was for level 5 on a spellcaster, which has got to be the most anticipated level up that you can have.
It'll
So,
be fine.
no sympathy.
We'll be fine. keep
You're currently at level 7 Thief, Mooten.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, you're level 7-4.
Yeah,
Okay.
4-7 actually.
6 days pass, so 18 HP.
Almost, buddy. I am so sorry. The world is a churning.
No, it's okay.
The world is a moving. There's going to be plenty of time for downtime one day. You get 1 full day of rest. Everyone take 3
God damn
HP.
it.
I've got 11 times as much HP as I had when we set off for High Castle, so I'm feeling good.
11
I'm
times?
at 23.
Oh,
I was on 2 and now I'm on 22, so
right.
yeah.
Not max, but just HP.
This sounds ominous.
Yeah. The party is summoned to the keep in the early morning on Sunday, the 21st.
How
of
are we
May.
summoned?
One of
I'm
the
probably
wait,
staying in the
I
keep
forgot-
because
I
we're
forgot to say.
healing.
The next day when I woke up, I'm gonna pay some kids to clean the sheriff's office.
Sure.
Yes, from
Yeah,
the
give 'em the
eggs,
silver.
thank you. Yeah.
You're right. You're probably staying in the keep. So you are summoned by one of the servants hurrying into the infirmary, throwing open the doors and shouting, "Sheriff! Detective! Come quick!
What's happened?
Come quick!"
Oh, for God's sake!
I wrote
Alright.
run.
I get to my feet.
You are led to the 4th floor.
Did you do something to Pigeon as well? Running through the keep.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay, we go to the 4th floor.
Out front of Lord Shacklebrook's room are gathered all the knights.
Oh fuck.
Are gathered Basil's stern wharf. The door is
No.
open. Lord
my
Shacklebrook
lords.
stands there
Oh.
with the others, but hanging in front, in the hallway in front of his room. This same hallway that right next to it is Lord Kel Twin Towers' room, is a body of a
Oh,
woman
fuck.
with blonde hair and a dirty dress. A dress that the two of you instantly recognize as one belonging to a certain Lemon. Scrawled on
What?
the walls in a dripping, viscous red fluid that looks suspiciously like blood is the text, "You did this to me." And as
Wait, hang
the
on.
body
It's not Lemon.
is slightly,
It's not Lemon's body.
as the body, sits there and you get a better look at it, you notice throughout the dress there is a hole ripped right where the heart would be. And presumably the heart is removed.
Is it Lemon?
Well, Lemon's
Surely
been
she's
dead
she's
for
been dead for a
long
year.
time. This body does not look nearly that dead. And after the
Okay.
shock gets over and you look at the face, somewhat similar features to Lemon. Definitely not Lemon. One blonde for another sort of thing. Doesn't look like Lemon, but has some passing resemblances, like many people in the area do. But is definitely wearing. Is that actually Lemon's dress? These dresses aren't mass manufactured. You don't have like a. There's no sweatshop in Zelenia pumping out fast fashion.
Once the shock dies down, I get close to Twin Tower and say, "Tell me you heard something when this was going on."
He shakes his head.
How is that possible?
He shakes his head.
If you can't hear someone doing this, how are you going to defend our Lord?
Listen, you didn't hear anything either, and I don't appreciate the accusations coming from you, Mr. Sheriff.
Yeah, back off of him.
I was downstairs. Sorry. But this seems unbelievable. How could this have happened? My lord, did you hear anything?
I did not.
You-
My room was not entered.
this-
It was locked.
this-
All doors were locked. All traps were in place. No one made it past my doors.
Do you know who this
Kel
is?
Sunderland, did anyone enter the keep yesterday that didn't come out?
She shakes her head. We keep a careful tab. We know who stays in the keep and who doesn't. She throws a look at Pigeon.
And this dress. I've seen this dress before.
Everyone turns to look at you with some shock and surprise. You know her?
I don't know this person because the person that owned this dress has been dead for almost a year. She died in a cage on the walls of the keep. Belonged to Lemon, I say, looking at Lord Shacklebrook.
Kel Twin Tower steps in front of Lord Shacklebrook between you and him. That's twice now you've come back from a long journey, and immediately afterwards, someone has been murdered near our Lord's room. Why is it that every time you return from a journey, there are killings? Explain yourself.
Do we even know who this person is? I can't explain that. I don't know. I've got nothing to do with this. If I was responsible, why would I offer up this information? This is
Coming up the
clearly
stairs.
a reference to Lemon, my lord.
Coming up the stairs is a servant bringing the medic, Annabelle Redshield, who, when she sees the woman, gasps and hurries forward. You can see that there's a rope, hanging from her neck that's attached her to the ceiling, and immediately demands that she be cut down. Lionel Landquist says, No. The detective needs to search for clues first. And then Annabelle Redshield says, I know her. I know this woman. Her name is Ileana Thatcher. She was one of the women I treated who was attacked by wolves last week. I treated her
She
in
lives
this
in the
castle.
town?
She lives in the countryside. Her fiancé lives in town. She was coming into town to meet with her fiancé when she was attacked by wolves, came by the castle for healing, and I sent her back afterwards. I patched her up. And she points
There's
to
records of this?
her arm where there's scratches on her arm that look like the bandages have been removed. Look, those are those same scratches I treated.
I will
Right.
go over there and I'll do detectiving. What do you want?
Annabelle, how
You tell me
how
what
long
you
do you
want
think
to
this
detect.
person has been dead?
Perception check.
Can she do a check to see how long the body was been dead?
Yeah, both.
Was she killed last night or was she dead and brought into the keep?
The woman looks like she was not dead recently. Annabelle will say, at least more than a day. Less than
And when did
4
you-
days? It
when-
depends on the
when did you
conditions the
treat
body
her?
was stored in. If she was stored in a cool, dry, dark place, she could have been dead, 4 or 5 days. If she was stored outside yesterday.
And when did you treat her?
4 days before. 1, 2, 3. The 17th, the day before you arrived in Cauldron.
So that's only 3 days ago?
Today's the 21st.
Right.
That was the 17th. 4 days.
4 days.
Well, that night, the evening of the 17th. Today's the morning of the 21st.
How would anyone even get in?
That's crazy, yeah. I say to the assembled group, is there a way into this keep other than through Cal Sunderland's gate?
There's some quiet looks exchanged. Lord Shacklebrook gives a nod. There is.
There's two.
Who
Lord
knows
Shacklebrook
about these
looks
ways?
at you, Pigeon. How do you know?
I'm the detective.
That's how I leave it there.
Does anyone else, apart from Pigeon, know about these secret entrances?
Lord Shacklebrook nods. Those who built them, and a few select members of my personal council.
Were they built? I know that the architect you were working with is from a group in Stromheim. Were the builders belonging to them as well?
Mm-hmm. They were.
If this is a reference to her, there's only one other person who has any connection to this person. Other than me, Pigeon, yourself, my lord. There's only one other person who knew Lemon.
Creepy laughter in the background.
Yeah.
Who? The other man?
A racer, yeah, but I only spoke with him a day or so ago. He's been working with your father. He seems like he's a changed man. Doing good for the city. I doubt he would do this or even
How
have the
certain are
means
you
to
this
do
is
so.
Lemon's dress?
I'll go and
How-
inspect it.
How certain am I, Neil?
What, Pigeon, as you're looking over this, 100%. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's got the little repairs that she's made in it that she tried to hide because it was a fancy dress, and then she a little bit of cigarette ash burned a hole in it, and she had just spent 70 gold on it and just got it burned and wanted to go replace it, and Helmet was giving her shit for spending so much money, and so then she quietly stitched it and shut up about it after you guys gave her a bunch of crap, and there's that same little stitching in the bottom.
Yeah, it's
No doubt.
100%.
Is this the dress she was in when she died, Neil?
Yeah, it's what she was wearing when she was
Okay.
hung over the
So-
walls.
This is what she was wearing when she died here. So what happened to her after that day? We obviously weren't here. Where was the dress stored? Where was it kept?
She was buried in it.
Where was she buried?
The graveyard.
Well, then let's go check the graveyard.
Oh, fuck's sake. Pigeon, see if you can find any tracks or anything around here.
Yeah.
Everyone, can
I'll
we
check for
clear out
traps.
this corridor, please?
Everyone starts to clear out. A bunch of knights pile into Lord Shacklebrook's bedroom with him. Candles are lit, so the doors can stay closed for a little while
Why
longer.
does crazy shit keep happening here,
Yeah,
Lord Shacklebrook?
as he's checking for tracks, how is the body fastened to the ceiling?
There's wooden bracings that kind of hold everything together up here. It's a castle with stone walls, but there's actually a lot of beams that run
And
down
so
hallways
to,
in between the walls.
to get the body to this location, I assume you have to go up steps.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to, I assume, tie a rope around the neck, swing it over one of these beams, and then hoist it up. How is it then fastened? Presumably this person would have to be strong to do this.
You would have to be stronger than the body. You'd have to weigh more than the body. And it's
To carry up multiple flights of stairs. That's not easy going.
It's not easy. It would be slow going if you were not strong. You could maybe drag a body on the ground, but it would take a while.
To do it quietly.
To do it quietly, you would probably want to lift and carry.
Yeah, and then you'd have to be strong, right?
Then you'd have to be strong.
I could do it, could I?
You could do it. Yeah, you could throw a person over your shoulder and walk with them carefully in the middle of the night with no one's paying attention. And it's, the rope is fastened at one of these beams in the hallway. So whoever, it's not over and then pulled down and then attached. Someone, attached a rope up there where the body's hanging from. It almost looks like the way someone might hang themselves, where you tie a loop to a beam in the ceiling and then a noose for yourself and then jump off something so you dangle above the ground.
So how high is the beam?
The beam is very near the top of the ceiling, so I would say there's probably 8.5, maybe 9 foot. They're dungeons, 9 foot ceilings here.
So I would need to stand on something to do that.
You would need to stand on something to do that, or have someone boost you up, or you would need to be a halfway decent climber, because it's not, the hallway here isn't super wide, and in theory, either of you trained thieves could climb this wall and then get onto those rafters. Or if you were a really good jumper, in theory, you could jump and grab if you, or maybe run against the wall and jump onto it. A good athletic person could find a way.
But if you're tying the noose to a point where the body is going to hang, presumably a few feet off the ground, you would then need to lift the body up to a 9 foot, 10 foot, which you couldn't do by just being a good climber. You would need to be on something.
Yeah. I'm just going to run. I'm going to let ideas run through. I'm going to say things. These are ideas running through your heads. You can dismiss them. I'm not trying to tell you what is going on. You could, as a player who might try to hang someone, you could put a rope around someone's neck, take the other end of the rope, climb up there, and then hoist them up, attach the rope at that point, and cut off the rest of it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But we're talking about difficult jobs, right?
Yeah. Okay, so Pigeon, you look for any signs of anyone being here. It might be difficult because they've all just been milling around here, but I think we need to go to the graveyard and we need to go and find this lady's boyfriend and talk to her.
Lord Shacklebrook, we're gonna need to get this place seen by a cleric to, I don't know, get rid of all the bad stuff.
You said you found an Thoros Ironwind?
Yeah, did you build this on a burial ground or some shit?
Well, this is the site of a demon invasion. Everything here is cursed land.
Well, we're gonna get Thoros to come down here, I guess.
All right,
Maybe
I'll
we
check
should.
it for everything, Neil. I mean, what checks do you want?
Yeah, I would like... I'm going to ask you to make me 4 perception checks. I'm going to apply increasingly difficult penalties to each one of them for various clues.
Sweet.
Let
Ready?
me... Wait. Let me just put some dots here so I know where we're doing. Okay, go for it.
1, 2, 3,
Ooh.
4.
Nice. We might get all the clues for that.
Those are good rolls.
I tell you what, there's some crazy shit going on here.
I dap Twin Tower up too.
You dap him up?
I dap him up.
What does that even mean?
Why are you dabbing up Twin Tower?
Because
he's not
it's
in the
got the
mood
new
for
armor.
that. Oh.
That armor's looking good.
He's looking at the body. He's worried about his lord. And you're like, what's up, man? And he's like, now's not the time.
All right, I'll talk later. I got some elven wine that we can drink too.
Okay, the first thing that you notice with your check here is probably cause of death. Well, there's 2 things. There's
Heart
this
ripped
hole in
out.
her chest, right? So your first check, you can dig around. Her heart is gone. It's not just a hole in her chest. Someone has physically ripped out her heart and
point.
broken
You
bones
see-
to get there.
Big problem. She doesn't have a heart.
I keep going.
Your second check, the 27 at -4, is to realize that that's not actually the cause of death, probably. What's probably cause of death is strangulation. There are marks around her neck, not just where she was hung, but a little bit lower, like she's been choked. And why would you choke a corpse? If you rip someone's heart out, it doesn't make sense to choke them afterwards.
But who who would just pull a heart out? You can't really kill someone like that. It's probably this.
And I point to the strangulation and I continue.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've seen a lot of Annabelle Redshield's work. She's a great healer. You've been healed by her 1,000 times. The wounds on this woman that Annabelle Redshield says she's treated don't look like they've had very much time to heal at all. It doesn't look like the healing has even taken. There's no sign of bandages. Maybe they came off. But there's also no sign of like her healing 3 HP or 2 HP or 1 HP.
Yeah.
At all.
Okay.
So she died maybe the same day.
Or maybe Annabelle never treated her.
No, I think that it just means that she died the same day. We should check Sunderland whether she actually left the day she was healed.
No.
Now, the last one, your 34, was a perception check at -12. And this is for the fine details. When you're looking over this body, you realize that this woman has just gotten her hair cut. Like, there's not a single split end anywhere. It's everything is in perfect line and fashion. And as you're looking at this and moving around, this is the same haircut Lemon had when she died. The woman doesn't exactly look like Lemon. They've got like similar hair color, but that's pretty much it. But she's been given Lemon's haircut like recently, like long enough that her hair is in the exact, perfect condition.
This
just
is
been
like
done.
great, a great haircut too, right?
I mean,
well, I'm asking like, does it look like this hair was done by a professional, or is it?
No,
Yeah.
it does not look like it's been done like a professional. It looks like it's matching Lemon's style, but it does not look professionally done.
As you finish explaining this to me, I say, lowering my voice, what did Shacklebrook say happened to Sierra?
I don't remember.
Shacklebrook.
I knock on the door to his room.
He and his knights are talking, but you can interrupt them.
When Lemon died, one of our ex-friends, fellow with long blonde hair, was the one that kind of cut her cage down and then I assume died fighting. Did he definitely die?
I need to look up the last thing I said about Sierra.
Because
you
like
imagine if
Sierra,
Sierra's alive?
Well, he loved Lemon, right? So like
He
he
did.
would have the motivation to do this.
He would.
Sierra rushes to the wall, attempts to scale it, quickly realizes he cannot. Desperately throws a dagger, killing it.
He was the one who killed her, by the way.
You guys
Yeah.
leave him behind.
So he'd have serious guilt about it. Like that, he'd want to put the blame on other people to make it to
Yeah.
absolve himself of the guilt.
What else?
But why take the heart out?
And he's a high-level rogue, so he would,
is.
in theory, be able to get his way around the keep and sneak in, stay quiet.
But he
things
was
like that.
absolutely not the lockpick, so he probably couldn't get in his room. Oh, I will, while you're looking this up, Neil, I'll spend some time and I'm going to check the lock for signs of like
Which lock?
a shitty job.
Well, they know
Shacklebrook's door lock.
This is
But no one went in
outside
there,
of
right?
his door.
Correct. I'm going to try and
It's
see
in-
if someone's tried to get in.
Oh, I see what you mean. Ooh. You can't see any signs of attempted entry in here. The mechanics of this lock are too strong. It's like nice, well-made metal. Even the quality of the lock may be fairly middle of the road or whatever. But the building blocks are strong. It's not.
I'm going to
weak material.
inform Shacklebrook he should get a bar for his door. A wooden bar for the balcony
Why
and
would you
his
do that?
door.
Lord Twin Towers, Kel Twin Towers says, if his door is barred and he's in trouble, I can't get to him.
How would he be in trouble?
How did
If
this
his door is
body get
barred?
here? How did the creature that ripped the man apart in his bedroom appear?
Well, maybe
We could
you need
lock
to
him in
start
a
staying
dungeon
his
cell if
room.
we need to, but
Yeah.
we need to get to the man if he needs our help. I
you
don't
can wake
remember
up.
the last thing I told you about Sierra. I can't find
Well,
it.
sure. I'm not asking what you told me. I'm asking. I mean, they were there, right? So they know.
Did Sierra die?
That's the thing, is that I don't remember what I said, and I know I said something, and I want to be consistent about what they said to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to take like a 5-minute break?
No, it's just not
Research.
available. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
trying to rack my memory. I know we said something on screen about it. At some point,
I
you
thought he
asked
died.
about Sierra.
He surely would have reached out to us if he was alive. Could a ghost do this? No, like no one dead could do this, right?
What
I
I'm
also-
learning is we need like a magic user in this fucking party.
So
Bad.
Some of these things would be a lot easier if we had magic. Yeah.
Does he have
I-
detect magic?
They will. Lord Shacklebrook will tell you that. I think they boiled him alive. I think he was given a boiling.
It's a good way to turn someone into a thrall or something.
There's nothing left of him at that point.
Lord
What about
Shacklebrook,
the?
do you have magic? Do you have detect magic?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can you cast it here? And check around?
He nods.
Yeah.
As he's doing that, Neil, I check the letters. Does it look like it was written by someone with a brush? Does it look like it's just been done by a hand? Does it look like somebody's got a strong grasp of the written word? Is there spelling mistakes? Is it confidently written?
There are no spelling mistakes. It is a viscous material that looks like it was done, made with a hand. Like, finger drawn on there.
You did this, right?
It says, "You did this to me," with the heart ripped out and blood on the walls. Lord Shacklebrook detects no magic in the area except for Twin Towers' armor.
Twin Towers'
so
armor.
Twin Towers has to move and get out of the way for him to cast the spell and everything. Yeah.
Okay. I say we're gonna head to the graveyard. I think we can probably cut this down now. Pigeon, you think?
I throw my dagger at it.
Roll a hit.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. The dagger sticks in the middle of the chest. Everyone around you gasps.
No.
He means the rope.
I meant the rope, you fool.
Oh, the rope! Oh!
Surely you missed with an 11 though.
Yeah, you missed the rope. Yeah.
Shit, I missed.
I'll cut her down.
All right.
Oh
you
my
can-
god.
Wouldn't be the strangest thing a player character's done.
Is Cal Sunderland here?
No, she is not.
She's on the gate. Okay, I'm gonna get her on the way out.
Yeah.
And I want to speak to Red Shield as well. So I will ask Red Shield if she knows the name of this person's boyfriend and where he lives.
She does not know. Ooh, maybe I'll give her a charisma check.
Yeah.
I have her stats. Hold on, let me look up her stats. Because I don't think a
I have a
6
heart
on
out
the
at
die.
6. Just a heads up.
What time is it now?
5 of 12.
Oh.
No. She cannot remember any of the details about her family. Like, she knows the name, Elania Thatcher, but she doesn't remember the boyfriend or the family. They're the Thatchers. The Thatchers live in the countryside. The boyfriend lives in town.
But she doesn't know anything about the boyfriend.
She couldn't remember any details. I probably heard the details, but I meet a lot of people. I don't remember.
Okay. All right. And then on the way out, Cal Sunderland, can you just check the records for the day that Alania Thatcher entered the keep to be healed and make sure that she actually left?
We don't keep paper records. It's not all.
Do you remember? Do you remember her leaving?
Two nights ago.
Right?
4 nights ago.
No, 4 nights ago. Yeah.
I remember her coming in. I was on watch. I let her through to see Annabelle. Let me question the guards. And she goes and finds the other guards. Summons all the guards, and everyone asks everybody about it. I don't need to roll all these dice. I just need to roll the 2 that would have been on the gate at the time. Let me pull up their charisma. Ooh. 4 and 3 is 7 charisma for the one guard, and 9 for the other, which is average. 7 and 9. One of the guards is like, I can't remember anything. I don't know. I don't think I've seen this woman before. And the other one on the gate thinks back to that night. I remember, it was only 4 nights ago. No one left after I took my watch. I'm confident of it. Nobody left.
Okay. We know that she came in the evening. So can we work out from this, knowing the time of his watch, knowing when Annabelle treated her, whether or not this guy should have seen her leave?
Sunderland can confirm she absolutely saw the woman come in. She absolutely sent her to Lady Redshield.
Red Shield treated her.
Redshield treated her, right? We don't have clocks. We just have, the sun is up, the sun is down sort of thing. She came in the evening around sunset. One of the last things that Joyce Sunderland saw. She then met with Lady Redshield, who treated her.
For not long, I assume.
Oh, wait, there's
about
an
an
exit in
hour?
the infirmary.
She shrugs. About an hour, 45 minutes. We chatted a little bit. I'm not quite sure. Her wounds weren't that bad, but we had a little chat. Probably not even that long. And then I told her to exit through the front door. And I stayed to clean up the infirmary. I had some other patients earlier in that day that had come and left, and I like to keep things tidy in the evenings.
I leave to go to the infirmary.
I didn't walk her to the gates.
And would you still have been on watch at this time?
Sunderland,
I point to the guard.
The guard, I came on after Lady Sunderland left. I relieved her of duty.
Okay. And neither of you saw her leave?
They both shake their heads. No one saw her leave. There was no point at time in which the gate was not being watched, unless they're bad at their jobs, which is always a possibility. Guards can suck.
Don't believe that Sunderland is bad at her job, though.
Yeah.
I'll say that, though. And you're sure there was no gap between your watches?
He comes and meets me in the field, in the courtyard. I hand him the keys to the gate, and then I leave.
Okay. So, this person died here, then? Or left via a secret entrance, but why would she do that? That means the killer had access to the keep, killed her, and must have put her in this dress and cut her hair inside the keep?
The guards furrow their brows. Lady Joyce Sunderland says, the exits to the keep are not easily accessible. They're not the sorts of things that one simply just finds and uses. There are levels of precautions there.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
She looks at the guards. We don't say it. We shouldn't do it. But nature calls upon itself to every man and woman at least 3 times a day. Is it possible you left the gate unattended just for a moment to do something you had to do? He looks at the guy who said, I absolutely remember, no one leaving. He makes an int check. He says that he didn't have to use the bathroom for, at least until the moon was a quarter of the way up the sky, and it was 2 nights after the full moon, so it must have been a few hours at least before I had to relieve myself. I was definitely on the gate. And the other guy who's like,
Annabelle,
I just don't remember, shrugs.
Annabelle, when you treated her wounds, you're certain that these were the wounds from a wolf? think back to her disposition. Is there a chance that this was some sort of ruse for her to get inside the keep? Or do you think that she was acting innocently?
They were a bit... Annabelle looks at her own arm. They're mostly consistent with wolves, but they also could have been a dog or, a blunted metal claw.
And was she acting suspicious in any way?
She was very chatty. I told you that that we talked for a while. You know, bandaging up an arm like this is really a 15-minute job, but we were here 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. She talked about a lot of things. I don't remember the details about her family because she was talking about... He blinks a couple of times. Gods, I can't remember what we were talking about. We were. I get the sense she was watching us. We were together for a while.
I mean, she was watching us.
Not watching us. That we were chatting for a while.
And Kel Sunderland, did anyone else unusual come to the keep that day?
This is before you arrived. This is before Lord Shacklebrook arrived. We've been turning away just about everybody from the keep except for those to be treated, which is his lordship's orders. There was a traveling merchant who came by asking if there was anyone in the keep who wanted to buy gems. We told him no and to return another day. There was a groom who came by asking if the horses needed any work. I turned him away. We did take a shipment of wood from the woodcutter that had been seasoned. He came in with a couple of his men, and she points to a shed near the stables. They stacked up a full cord of wood in the afternoon. Him and 3 of his workmen.
They all left?
There was a lot of coming and going. There was a horse involved and a cart. And it took 2 cartloads.
Someone could have come in on the cart, perhaps. Snuck away.
I saw all 3 workmen leave with the woodcutter.
Okay. What's the name of this woodcutter?
It's possible.
Do you know him? Is he in town?
His name is Brandon Forrest.
A convenient name for a woodcutter. Almost like it's made up. Okay, so there's maybe something there. The funny thing is, if she died that night, Pigeon, that was the night that you were wandering around the keep, right?
No, it's the night before you guys arrived.
Oh, okay.
You arrived on the 18th in the evening. She was here on the 17th in the evening.
Yeah, I'm going to the infirmary to go and check the secret entrance to there.
Yeah. You hadn't been here before. I mean, you've been in the infirmary, but you haven't been to the secret entrance before. But now that you're in here, you left in the middle of the conversation. You didn't tell anyone where you were going. So
nope.
You just make it to the infirmary by yourself. It's nice and clean. It's cleaned up after you guys were here last night. You slept here actually all night. So the sheets are akimbo where the 2 of you got out of your beds. There's the examination table on one side of the room. There's the overnight patient area. There's a spot over where you would have your medical instruments. There's a little shelf with herbs and ointments. There's another shelf with bandages and whatnot. And you remember the blueprints. It looks like the entrance to the secret area is supposed to be somewhere over where all the people sleep, somewhere in the overnight long-term area. And sure enough, you will find it. It is in the floor underneath one of the beds. You start moving stuff around. You move the beds to the side. There's some carpets down there, so it's cold floors, castle floors underground. You don't want to be walking on them barefoot. And pull up one of these carpets, and the ground here seems pretty solid, but when you take something heavy and you're knocking like with a heavy thing on the stone, even to maybe slightly chip the stone, you can hear a slight difference in one area, knowing that it's hollow underneath. You wouldn't have noticed this if you weren't specifically looking for it. It's a matter of finding the switch now, which you can start to look for. I think you will be interrupted before you find it, however, with this roll. When they finish out there, Annabelle will come into the infirmary and find you. I don't know if Luther is coming with her or not. Luther's probably looking for you too, because you guys want to go check out the graveyard.
Yeah, I think that this might... Red Shield would have been in the infirmary, right? So this person wouldn't have been able to...
I think Red Shield's in on it. Too many weird things have started happening since Red Shield's shown up.
I mean, potentially.
So when she comes here, I'm going to ask her to leave for a few hours.
You ask Lady
I'm
Red Shield to leave?
here.
Yeah.
How
Can
do
you
you...
give me a little bit?
What do you mean?
I come into
Miss
the room.
Red Shield, I'm the detective is here and I'm gonna have to search in here. I'm gonna
Is there
need some
anything I
space.
can help you with?
Yeah, actually, can you leave?
Excuse me?
Can you leave?
This is my
There's
infirmary.
sensitive stuff in here. Well, there's stuff you don't even know about in here that I need to go through.
Please, Annabelle. It'll only be an hour or two. Take a rest.
As you wish. She gives
leave
you
her
a half-fast curtsy and walks out, shutting the door behind her. Clunk.
All right, Pigeon. You want to spend some time here? I'm going to speak to the Gravekeeper before the day gets away from us.
Yeah,
And then I'm going to
leave.
give you the quick lore drop.
I was in Shacklebrook's room for 2 hours, like 6 hours. I went through all of his papers and I found multiple entrances in and out of here.
And then I kind of explained that I think like someone might know about these somehow. And they might be using them to get in and out of the keep.
Maybe, yeah, but that's only one part of this because whoever did this knew about Lemon, knew her dress, had reason to do this.
Well,
Who else could it be? Sierra's dead.
I don't think
Percival's dead.
Sierra's dead, man.
They said that they boiled him.
I don't believe them.
Why would they lie about that?
I think they might be mistaken. Maybe they didn't get Sierra.
That doesn't make sense.
I shrug.
All right, you go. I'm gonna check here.
I'll keep checking the
Right.
infirmary for the switch.
Yeah, you will find it. It'll take you about an hour to figure it out. There is a wall where there's a false stone that needs to be pushed in just the right combination of ways for it to sort of slide open, revealing a lever behind it. And when you pull the lever, you can hear the floor sort of drop open. And then, the carpet's been lifted and you can see that it sort of swings down. The floor itself just sort of like hangs down into a shaft onto a stone floor below that then it looks like this part of the castle is built on rock itself. So carving out this tunnel is carving through stone, which would be a difficult and tedious job.
I'm going to grab like a big candle, light it, and I'm going to go down there. I'm going to close it behind me.
Yep, you can push it back up. It's kind of a pain to push up, but you can do it.
Yeah.
And it's just you in a darkened
Yeah, I'll have
tunnel.
my candle and a scimitar out.
No one knows where you are.
That's
Everyone has been told to leave you alone. There is no backup in this tunnel. You're at 23 HP.
That's an ominous warning.
It was pretty ominous.
Maybe you should get your party member before venturing further.
Yeah, I'm in leather armor.
Mm-hmm.
That is a warning, huh? And it would have
I mean,
taken me an hour since Luther left.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we just cut back to me and see where I'm up to by the time he's found that?
Yeah.
You're in the graveyard. It's
Yeah,
a
and
bright, cheery,
And
sunny day in May.
I know the Gravekeeper. I look for the Gravekeeper. That's the first thing I do when I get here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Gravekeeper, who I can only assume is called
Istvan.
Willie? Istvan, the Gravekeeper.
Yeah.
I call out, Istvan, where are you? You old crone.
He comes on out of a building with a shovel over his shoulder. Who's died and how big are they?
Well, you lost anything recently?
Just more souls.
See, now, you remember about a year ago, there was this blonde lady that was in a cage on the keep. And her cage fell and she died.
Of course.
Wore a white dress, was buried here apparently. You take me to her grave?
He does a charisma check. Lemon was her name. Distinctive name. I remember thinking, who would name such a lovely lady to be such a failure?
What do you mean?
Well, when something is a lemon, it's generally considered a bad type. You know, you get a horse and it's a lemon. It's a bad horse. It's a malfunctioning, ill-tempered beast who you wouldn't want to keep. But she was lovely.
She was. Let's not speak ill of the dead. Take me to her grave?
Of course. What's it all about?
You'd rather not know, to be honest, but let's just see what we find when we get there. As we get to this grave, like, is it in the center of the graveyard? Is it in a far... Like, if somebody was to dig up this body, would it have been obvious to anyone, or could you have done that without being seen?
I mean, if you're doing it in the middle of the night, no one's going to see you. If you're doing it in the middle of the day, the graveyard has enough activity that would be highly suspicious.
You do it at night, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're digging it at night, like, no one would notice.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's in the center. It is off to a side near some old trees. And
I checked for signs of... Right, okay, here's what I'm thinking. If whoever did this loves lemon, there might be signs of, like, things being left at her grave here.
Well, the grave is dug up.
It's just dug up.
It's open. Yeah, it is dug up. Like a whole bunch of dirt is piled around, and Istvan scratches his head and says, well, this doesn't bode well.
Did you do this?
Of course not. I only put them down. I don't bring them up.
Well, I mean, you spend all day here. You must have seen something. This can't be... How is this news to you? We've been walking but 2 minutes.
That's a big graveyard. I don't visit everything, and people don't die every day.
Is there... You see anyone visit this grave?
I've seen some people in this area. I don't know about this one in particular. You're the only person to come asking about it since Lord Shacklebrook. He was the last one to ask
about it?
Oh, 6 months ago or so. But right before the new year.
Give me that shovel.
He gives you the shovel. And then he goes, wait. Look. And he kind of points to the upturned dirt. And just like a big mounds of dirt everywhere. There's something wrong about this dirt.
What do you mean?
Well, where's all the footprints? This looks like, it almost looks like something pushed the dirt out. Look, here's drag marks. And he like points to an area where clearly, there's just piles of dirt everywhere. Clearly something has been shoved or pushed or pulled or dragged. Maybe a person, maybe a shovel. Who knows? Could be anything. When you dig a grave, you're walking all around it. There's usually some footprints in and out.
So what, you saying that the body's been pulled out by something that can fly?
Well, I was going to say it crawled out. It dug itself out.
Well, there's one way to find that out. I jumped down into the hole, Neil.
You jump down. It's a good 6 foot hole. Yeah.
Yeah. I opened the casket.
Well, the hole is not nice and neatly dug, right? It is sort of just like a pile that's been sort of dug out or pushed out.
Okay, well, maybe I don't jump down there. Maybe
sure,
I just want to open the casket, so I might lie down and pry it open with the shovel.
You're gonna have to get in because it is deep. It is 6 feet deep.
Okay.
And the casket is broken open. It's very clearly broken open, sort of near the top of the casket, near the headstone side. It's been busted, and little bits of wood are sort of scattered around, mixed in with the dirt everywhere. and there is no corpse inside.
Oh my god. She's a fucking revenant or some shit.
Yeah. Do you have anything magic to hit her with? You're gonna need to ask Lord Shacklebrook for his sword.
There's no corpse in there?
You can maybe try and peer deep in and feel around inside to see if maybe someone just took the head.
Yeah, I mean, I double check. Just because.
You double
to
check.
make sure.
There's no corpse. You can't see inside the entire coffin without fully digging it up all the way, which you could do if you wanted. I mean, you got a gravedigger on hand.
No, it's probably enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's obviously no corpse.
I come out of the grave, the blood drained out of my face. I'm looking at the gravekeeper. We need to fill this thing back in. I hand him the shovel.
What's happened? Where's the body?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I start looking around for footprints. Or more, I follow the drag marks.
The drag marks go through.
Neil, he doesn't have a tracking proficiency.
He doesn't.
Yeah, but if
He's gonna have to come get me.
There's
it's
a little
obvious
bit of
drag
drag
marks, though.
through where the dirt has piled out, but then once you get off of that into the grass, and we're not talking like there are riding lawnmowers that come and keep this nice and trim. We're talking like, shin high grass because it's just an ungroomed field, maybe even knee high in some places. You immediately lose any semblance of tracks.
Okay. I say to the gravekeeper, actually, do you know what? Stay out of this area. Make sure no one else comes here. Don't go to sleep tonight. Just make sure no one comes here, please. Need to make sure that this area, the whole graveyard, is preserved until I can get the detective here.
Of course. Can you tell me what's going on?
Honestly, it's difficult to explain, but it involves a threat to Lord Shacklebrook.
By the gods.
Please, be vigilant, my friend.
He nods, and as you walk away, he hurries back to his little hut.
No, as I walk away, I stop and I turn around and I say, do you have a weapon?
He hoists a shovel.
I walk back to the man and I pull a dagger out of my bandolier and I hand it to him.
He nods and hurries back to his shed to go grab some other supplies.
I'm just going to take one dagger off my character sheet, 2 secs. Okay.
All right.
I head back to the keep, yeah.
You're in this tunnel. You've got a candle in one hand, a scimitar in the other. It's a tiny tunnel. Like I shouldn't say tiny, but like it's a tunnel area.
The candle's not enough light, it feels like. So I'm gonna go out.
A couple of feet, and also swinging a scimitar in a narrow hallway like this would be problematic. You're gonna need a thrusting weapon.
I'll jump out.
Or
real
a
quick.
dagger would work too. Yeah. Sure. You get back to the top. There's a little latch. You pull it. The stone sort of swings down. You get the impression that you could probably, when it's unlatched, actually swing this up too if you needed to. So you could like swing it up, get out, undo the latch, then it could fall back and click in place.
Yeah, I'll do that for now, and then I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get a torch from the war room.
Mm-hmm. You find Annabelle Redshield on the outside of the infirmary waiting as you step out, and she looks at you. Is everything okay? Did you find what you were looking for?
I think so. Can you go get me and kill Twin Tower?
Of course. She hurries off. You still leave to get a torch?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. You get a torch. Kel Twin Towers will meet you there a little bit later.
Oh, wait.
He's there.
Twin Tower, can you come with me?
What are we looking for?
Well, there's an entrance in and out of here, and I need some backup.
He heads over with you. And when you head into the infirmary and, he sees the open trap door, he looks down there and he looks at you and goes, we're not supposed to be using these. Even acknowledging their existence undermines the integrity and security of this fortress.
Well, when people are getting in and out, I think we have to investigate them, no?
I do. I agree.
Well, there we go.
All right.
But hold on. If we're going to do this, let's do this right. We're gonna need someone who uses thrusting weapons. I'm an arming sword. That's an arming sword. It's all arming swords. No spear.
Arming swords, thrusting, and...
They are. They're piercing and slashing. He
Okay.
can definitely do it. He is wearing his brand new +2 magic armor, Brigadine. Pulls out his arming swords, drops his bag behind him. What does he have in his bag? 'Cause he was just at the border of capacity. He drops his water skin, his snacks, and his whetstone that he always keeps on him.
I don't suppose I make it back to the keep in time to join them here, do I?
I think as Kel Twin Towers is gearing up and talking to Pigeon about like, well, we're gonna need torches. I should go first. You should go second. Actually, if we're going through the tunnels, a lantern will be better. He goes and calls for a servant to go fetch a lantern. Keeps the infirmary door closed so nobody can see what's happening in the infirmary. He lets you know that Annabelle Redshield doesn't know that there's a secret door here, and he wants to keep it that way.
I've kept her out. I
Good
told
man.
her fuck off.
Good man. I think while the lantern is coming back is when Luther arrives.
I see Lady Redshield outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is that what you said she is? She's just like outside the door.
She's just waiting. Like, not immediately with her ear pressed, but sort of in the foyer.
Lady Redshield, perhaps you should take the day off and leave this area. There's
Take
dangerous
the day
things
off. Are you
afoot.
kidding? There's dangerous things afoot. I need to be here.
I'd rather you weren't hanging around this area, please. It's for your own safety.
This is my infirmary. You can't just
I
kick me
know.
out.
I'm not kicking you out. I'm asking you to look after yourself and stay away for the day, please.
Give me a charisma
You know
check.
you can trust me. I've not steered you wrong before.
Classic.
She stomps her foot on the
Fucking
ground.
stupid game. Roll 20 is such bullshit.
She stomps her foot on the ground. I may be a disgraced former noble, but I am the medic and healer of this entire town, and this infirmary is my life's work at this point. It is all I have in this world. I will not be driven from it out of your fear that something could go wrong. I'm not some
It's only
silly
for
girl.
a day, Annabelle. It's
and
only
we'll
for a
know
day.
what's happening.
Must I fetch Kel Twin Tower? Please,
He's
do us all
already
a favor.
inside, she points. And at this point, a servant comes by with a lantern and says, "Excuse me," and walks between the two of you and raps on the door. I think Pigeon opens it.
Oh, Luther, you're here. Come on. Servant, get out of here.
I take the lantern and I give Redshield.
Servant,
This
can you
point's-
get Kel Bell to watch this door as well?
The servant nods and heads off to get
I
Kelbell.
come inside the room. Is Twin Tower in here?
He is. He's standing over the pit in the ground where rugs have been moved aside, with both swords out, looking at the pit like something's about to come out of it.
Guys, I've got some bad news. I've been to the graveyard and Lemon, her body isn't in the grave and it doesn't look like it's been dug out. It looks like it crawled out.
Oh, Jesus.
Sometimes people tell stories about if you die in a tragic way and you seek vengeance, maybe the body will rise from the dead to destroy the person who slew them.
Like a revenant.
Lemon died in a pretty horrific way.
I nod.
Shit, where does this go? I say, pointing to the hole.
Beyond
We're
the
about to
castle
find
grounds.
Yeah.
I
Anywhere
hope
near
not
the
to
graveyards?
graveyard.
Not in the graveyard.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Twin Tower, can you go get that magic sword from, our Lord Shacklebrook? Because we might need it. I don't have any magic.
Do you
Are
need
yours
magic to kill a thing like this?
I would assume so.
He nods. You watch this.
Yeah.
And he heads out of the room, comes back later, bearing your old magic +1 arming sword.
Is it only a +1?
Mm-hmm.
Rip.
Still,
I'm fairly
say,
certain.
is
I
he-
can't remember, but I'm pretty certain.
We never knew. We never
we never
identified.
figured it
I
out.
think it was
yeah.
just a +1, yeah.
Good.
Is he wielding it or does he give it to me?
Oh, he's
or what?
wielding it. Are you kidding?
He's
Yeah,
let him
okay.
wield it.
Plus
He's
3
the
to hit,
fucking
sure,
goat.
plus a million
I wasn't
damage.
sure if he already had a magic sword. Okay, cool. Well, I've got my great sword.
If he doesn't already have a magic sword, fucking Shacklebrook is being quite a prude.
Yeah. You
This will mean Twin Towers has +10 to hit and D8 +4 to damage.
That's awesome.
you're best placed to carry the torch, Pigeon.
Okay.
All right, I hoist my greatsword.
Twin Towers hands you one of his arming swords, or points to a dagger. You're not going to be able to use that down there.
Useless weapon proficiency strikes again.
It's going to be fine, baby. Don't worry. When you fight that large creature, you're going to be so satisfied.
I guess I draw my short sword then.
You draw a short sword. The three of you go down. Twin Towers asks whoever's last to shut the hatch behind him.
Yeah, I do it.
And I think that's where we end our session for the day. All right.
Crazy stuff.
Good job, party.
Sorry, I couldn't hear anything because my shit was not working. What happened?
We basically just go down and shut the hatch behind us, and that's where ending the session.
Oh,
Twin Towers has
perfect,
the
okay.
+1 sword. You're in. We're out.
Oh, and I obviously can't use my greatsword down there.
Of course not.
Yeah. Duh.
Great. Good
He can't
times.
use his scimitar either. He's using his dagger, right? You said?
Yeah.
I just want to point out, last session you tried to say I couldn't even use it on horseback. Thank God we nipped that one in the bud.
Yeah, good job. You've done good. You have the horseback riding proficiency is what lets you do it, which is one of the reasons
Yeah.
I insisted you take that or get it for free.
Ooh. You know, actually, this is a pretty tight forest. I'm not sure you can swing a greatsword in here.
A lot of trees. Yeah.
A lot of trees.
It's like me with the fucking lasso. He's like, oh, I don't know.
The
You're in the
grasses
city
are like
streets.
shoulder high.
It's
you
true.
know?
Yeah, you're gonna need a real good swing. I'm not sure you can do it.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right.
Fair. All right. That's it. We will
That was
catch
fun.
you next time.